The school beauty becomes a tenant. Are you still worried about not having a house? Are you still worried about not having money? JAC has unexpectedly awakened the landlord system. Tens of millions of luxury houses are given away for free. Tenants can get 100 times the rent back. Chapter 1: The Landlord System. At the Nancheng police station, Jiang Hui was handcuffed in the interrogation room. He was on the verge of losing his mind. "Officer, Gui Yutong is really my girlfriend. She slept with another man, and I beat him up. Is that my problem?" The police officer stopped writing, knocked on the desk. "You're talking nonsense. Gui Yutong's statement says that you two are classmates. It was when she was resting with her boyfriend that you broke into the room and invaded their privacy. Do you know how serious the consequences are?" "What?" Jiang Hui's head buzzed. He was about to explode. 2 hours ago, his roommate had sent a message. He saw a drunken Gui Yutong being hugged by Gui Yulong from the sports department, and they went into a small alley. Jiang Hui immediately rushed out of the school. He fought with Gui Yulong in a small hotel. Why the hell had it turned out like this? Then where's Gui Yulong? "He beat me up and just left. He was acting in self-defense. It's a miracle he didn't press charges. Sign the responsibility form and pay for your medical expenses, then you can go." Young man, there is no legal obligation between boyfriends and girlfriends. Even if your girlfriend behaved unethically, invading someone's privacy and hitting people is your fault. In front of Gui Yutong's testimony, Jiang Hui couldn't say a word. He could only sign the papers. At midnight, Jiang Hui walked out of the station. He felt like killing someone. He never imagined that the first time he would be at the police station in his life would be because of this. Gui Yutong had been Jiang Hui's girlfriend for 3 years. 3 years. Jiang Hui had spent 50 to 60,000 on her. It was common for him to work part-time jobs to earn extra money. 3 years ago, Gui Yutong said she was introverted and traditional. So, Jiang Hui had only held her hand at most. They had never appeared together on social media. Only his roommate knew about their relationship. Jiang Hui had kept his feelings hidden, cherishing them carefully. But what about Gui Yutong? She was sleeping with another man. In the end, he was the one who became the third party. Treasure, I fucking treasured it. Gui Yutong, 30 years of the East River, 30 years of the West River. I will make you kneel and apologize one day. Ding! The system has detected an appropriate host, and the goddess landlord system is now binding. Binding complete, beginner rewards are being issued. Beginner reward, 2 apartments at Mingmen Academy. Mingmen Academy apartments, recommended rent, 2,000 per month. Jiang Hui was about to light a cigarette. But the sudden sound startled him. Is this the legendary system? Jiang Hui had read novels where people got bound to systems. He always thought it was science fiction. He never expected it to be a documentary. Jiang Hui focused, and the system panel appeared in front of him. Host, Jiang Hui. Properties, Mingmen Academy Apartments X2. Available exchange points, 0. Binding object, none. What the hell is this? Exchange points. Binding object. What are these things? He knew about Mingmen Academy. It was near the school, a high-end apartment complex. Prime real estate. He'd heard the price per square meter was over 30,000. But these 2 apartments, just like that. It's too unbelievable. Then why the hell would I buy a house? I can just move into the new ones. Goddess landlord system rules, their host can rent the apartments in the system to women. The rent earned by their host will be returned 100 times, and can be freely used. The system will display the tenant's satisfaction with the landlord in real time. When the tenant's satisfaction reaches 60, their host will receive a new property. Every point over 60 will be converted into exchange points, which can be used for valuable rewards. Please make an effort, host. What the hell, 100-fold rent return. So, if the rent is 2,000, I'll get 200,000. In a year, that's more than 2 million. Jiang Hui understood. This system was making him a landlord, earning rent money. But to unlock new properties, he had to satisfy the tenants. Damn it. Why does it sound a bit like a simp? Other people's systems, when they appear, give their host 10 billion. Straight to the top of the world. But my system is just like a piece of crap. Why not sell the houses? That way, the money comes faster. System reminder: system properties cannot be sold. Also, renting via intermediaries is prohibited. Their host may live in the properties, but every night the system will deduct a rent fee of 10,000. What? Is there no law anymore? No justice. As the landlord, I still have to pay to live in the property. And it's 10,000 per day. Why don't you just rob me instead? Cursing aside, Jiang Hui looked at the room layout on the panel. He couldn't stop smiling. The apartment had a north-south breeze. Fully customized, with a strong sense of design. If he were sitting in the room, eating fried chicken with beer. Damn, that would be so refreshing. This is what life should be like. This is fucking life. But some idiot system made this rule. The landlord still has to pay rent. Jiang Hui didn't hesitate. He opened the rental app and started editing the post. Mingmen Academy apartments for rent, 1 room, for females only, clean habits required, further details negotiable. Contact via WeChat, XXX. Jiang Hui thought for a moment. He should add a line. No inquiries from those over 40 or under 18. Perfect. Jiang Hui posted the ad. Then opened the school's help group. The group had members from all years, including some alumni. It was common for people to post job and rental offers. Occasionally, people also exchanged WeChat contacts for good-looking guys and girls. Jiang Hui, senior from the English department, posted, "Any beautiful girls in the group looking for a place to rent? I have an apartment available for rent, honest and trustworthy." As soon as Jiang Hui posted the message, a barrage of mockery came pouring in. "Yo, is this Jiang Lick Lick? Already out here so soon? You have a house? Is it a prison cell? You think you're worthy of pursuing Gui Yutong? Pfut, loser. Loser plus simp. We, the English department, officially disowned this guy." Jiang Hui smoked, his mind full of question marks. He had only been in the station for half an hour. How did it feel like the entire school already knew? Just as he was feeling frustrated, a message popped up in his dormitory group. In the group, 214's show-off king, Zhang Yuanhang, old Jiang, you've got no classes these days, why don't you hide out for a while? Hide out? Jiang Hui felt depressed. I just beat up someone, not murdered someone. It can't be this bad, right? 214's love guru, a chow, Jiang Ji, you were taken away by the police at the school gate, and it made a huge noise. Gui Yutong posted about it half an hour ago. She said that for the past 3 years, you've been constantly harassing her, all sorts of simping, but she has never been with you. Last night, because she and Gui Yulong got together, you couldn't take it, so you rushed over and beat him up. Basically, everything in the post points to you being the problem. There are chat screenshots, it's the truth, their whole school knows now. Jiang Hui's face darkened as he read the messages. He opened the school forum and saw the title, Bottom Mail, Jiang Hui, in bold letters. The post was full of malicious words. The screenshots were all the gifts Jiang Hui had sent. There were even screenshots of the good night messages he sent to Gui Yutong. But Gui Yutong had never replied. Jiang Hui had never imagined that his love would be returned like this in the end. He was so stupid. As he was feeling a mix of emotions. The school group had more activity. A junior from the performance department, Tang Jiani. At Jiang Hui, what is the lowest rent for the apartment? Chapter 2. I heard you are professional. Goddess is here, please add me as a friend, please. Goddess, have you opened the paper cranes I sent you before? Ms. Tang, my dad bought me a new Mercedes-Benz C, and I still need a black silk co-driver. There are a lot of messages in the group, bombarding. Jiang Hui was amused. This group of people mocked him for licking them the last second. But this group of people licked him more than him. Send paper cranes? He is a loser, but he still feels like a loser. If there are little love words in the paper cranes, that would be a killer. However, Jiang Hui didn't expect to receive a message from Tang Jiani. Tang Jiani from the performance department is a pure and cold queen. She is known as one of the 3 goddesses of Linjiang University. But she is extremely cold. Especially to boys. She is so cold that it is outrageous. She once said in the group that any boy who discussed her in the cafeteria would be heard by her. Go directly to the head of the class and complain about harassment. Therefore, students on campus only dare to watch from afar, not to get close. It was also the first time that Jiang Hui chatted with Tang Jiani. Jiang Hui, it's under my name, a famous university, 2,500 per month for fine decoration, are you interested? Seeing the words, famous university, the group exploded again. Damn, is this true or not? Isn't this just a high-end apartment complex next door? The average price seems to be more than 30,000 per square meter. Can Jiang Hui afford it? You can tell it's not his by looking at the beryllium salt. He must be selling houses part-time to earn some agency fees. It's still under my name. No wonder he was dumped, you're such a show-off. If it's his, I'll break into the girls' dormitory and confess to Goddess Tang. This is awesome. Jiang Hui couldn't help but give a thumbs up. At the same time, Jiang Hui received a friend request on WeChat. Seeing it was Tang Jiani, Jiang Hui clicked to accept. Tang Jiani, too noisy in the group, let's chat privately. Requires free water and electricity. Only the whole house can be rented. Rent can only be paid once a month. Can renovate twice. Can keep pets. A series of exclamation marks. Jiang Hui's forehead was sweating. You are the one who is looking for a house. Or am I kneeling down to beg you to rent? If you don't know, you might think Tang Jiani is the landlord. Jiang Hui, are you free tomorrow morning? Let's talk about it in person. The other party replied, okay, and there was no news. Jiang Hui thought about it and typed another line, leave a phone number, so we can contact each other when the time comes. The other party has turned off the temporary conversation function. Jiang Hui looked at the prompt on his phone. Countless alpacas ran through his heart. No, Tang Jiani is sick, she didn't finish chatting all day. She blocked him directly. What kind of person is this? At this point, Jiang Hui turned around and went to the internet cafe next door. 20 yuan for an all-nighter. I got off the plane at dawn, carrying a liter of iced black tea, and rushed to the gate of the famous school. It was almost 10 o'clock. Tang Jiani didn't show up. Tang Jiani was wearing black stilettos, which looked 2 fingers taller than Jiang Hui. Her oval face was like a sculpture of ice and jade, and her eyebrows and eyes were full of contempt and coldness. When she got off the taxi, the men passing by couldn't help but glance at her a few more times. Jiang Hui waved his hand, Tang classmate, this way. I'm not blind. Question mark. After this sentence, the two didn't communicate much. Until they finished looking at the house and came to the bargaining stage. Tang Jiani crossed her legs, with high heels hanging on her toes, trembling. I heard that you like to be a dog licker. Jiang Hui? I heard it from others. Tang Jiani smiled, and her smile was very strange. Rent is not a problem, I can even increase the money, do you understand what I said? Jiang Hui's heart trembled. It's over. Coming at me. Who do you think I am, Jiang Hui? Do you think I am the kind of person who can do anything for money? I have dignity. I am not a prostitute. 10,000 a month. Tang Jiani raised her chin. And 10,000 is enough to buy my dignity. Although Jiang Hui didn't know what Tang Jiani was trying to do. But that was 10,000. 100 times return, 1 million a month. If you don't make money. Asshole. Jiang Hui thought about it. Want to quickly increase the tenant satisfaction score. The only way. Isn't it just licking? So, in a sense. Although he put down his dignity and licked the tenant. But in fact, the tenant was just his tool. Tool to make money. Shakespeare said. No one will always be a licker. The satisfaction score will be full. As long as the score is full, throw away these tools. Change to a new tenant. Isn't it good? I have really figured out how to utilize resources. Jiang Hui gave himself a thumbs up. He came close to Tang Jiani. Miss Tang, what do you need me to do? I can deliver meals to you in the morning and evening, confess my love on the wall, work to earn money and give you gifts. Lie down, let me take a closer look to see if you are qualified. Tang Jiani's mouth gradually curved up. Lie down, lie down. Jiang Hui frowned. Tang Jiani, don't go too far. 20,000 a month. I can only lie down for one night at most. Damn, it's great to have money. When I have money, I will do the same. Jiang Huai cursed in his heart. His knees softened. Before he could come back to his senses, a glowing white foot stretched out. Tang Jiani's toenails were painted light pink. And Jiang Huai was confused. What is this? Tang Jiani's charming eyes narrowed into slits, and the light rippled in the slits. It was obvious that she was waiting for something. Jiang Huai was in his 20s. He was not stupid. Jiang Huai stretched out his hand and smiled. Ms. Tang, how do you usually take care of yourself? I also know a little about the acupuncture points on the soles of your feet. I can relax your muscles and strengthen your bones. Let's try it. Tang Jiani held her cheek with one hand and looked at Jiang Huai with a deep look. First of all, this place is responsible for the spleen and stomach, this side is responsible for the heart and lungs, and this side is responsible for the liver and kidneys. Jiang Huai's fingers kept moving on the soles of Tang Jiani's feet. Unconsciously, a layer of blush appeared on Tang Jiani's face. Especially when she pressed the liver and kidney area. Tang Jiani's back suddenly arched, her instep straightened, and she hummed twice, which scared Jiang Huai. Ms. Tang, you have bad liver and kidneys. You should pay attention to staying up late in the future. For delicate feet like yours, it's best to add essential oils to maintain them. It's worth it. Tang Jiani has never felt so comfortable. At least her feet didn't. Jiang Huai in front of her seemed to have magic. His behavior and speech made Tang Jiani feel comfortable. Tang Jiani knew. She might be different from ordinary people in some aspects. However, she wanted to find someone to vent her dissatisfaction. Find someone who would listen to her and let her beat and scold him. Is this wrong? Who doesn't have a fire in their heart? She usually wants to seal the dark side of herself. But she can't do it. Tang Jiani also saw Jiang Huai on the post accidentally. Jiang Huai on the post was short of money and very flattering. At first, she was also in the mentality of giving it a try. But she didn't expect that. Jiang Huai turned out to be a treasure. He knew how to obey too well. For money, he could have no dignity. And she didn't like people like this, people without dignity. Like a doll. No matter how he was ravaged, he would not complain. Be obedient and obedient. Tang Jiani retracted her foot. He leaned over and rubbed Jiang Huai's head. You said that person is called Gui Yuton, how can you be so blind? I want to thank her. From now on, you are mine. It seems that something is missing. By the way, I will also customize a necklace for you, shiny and sparkling. Do you want it? The air was quiet for a few seconds. Jiang Huai put on a gentle face. He spoke with a bit of perversity. Miss Tang, you are so nice, you even thought of buying something for me. By the way, don't call me Miss Tang in the future. Then, what should I call you? Dear. Okay, dear. Chapter 3 Who said licking has no spring? On the bus. Jiang Huai sat in the last row and checked the things in the bag. The black plastic bag was thrown to him by Tang Jiani before leaving. In the plastic bag, there was a white shirt and black men's suit pants. Damn, dead pervert. Jiang Huai's filter for goddesses was completely broken. At Linder, everyone said that Tang Jiani was the god of aloofness. I didn't expect that she played so many tricks behind the scenes. This one needs to increase the score quickly, and change tenants as soon as it is full. Who knows what new tricks this guy will play later. But, to be honest, Jiang Huai already understood a little. Some flowers have such a fierce meaning. And boys are determined to find rich women. Because it smells so damn good. Jiang Huai opened WeChat. Find Tang Jiani. Tang Jiani, transfer 30,000. Tang Jiani, this is the rent for this month. The extra 10,000 is a reward for you. Jiang Huai, dear, you are so nice. Tang Jiani, you are so mean. I want to see you cry. Jiang Huai clenched his fist. Jiang Huai, dear, you are so nice when you praise people. Click to receive. Jiang Huai breathed a sigh of relief. The system sound also appeared in his mind. Ding! The famous school has completed the binding. Tang Jiani, 175, 91, 58, 90. Satisfaction with the landlord, 60. When the strategy reaches 60 points, you will be rewarded with an apartment in the famous school. Strategy successful. Rewards are being issued. Rewards issued. Hey? What the hell? The system suddenly issued rewards. Jiang Huai was stunned. I never expected it. Tang Jiani's satisfaction score with him is so high. Directly exempted from the test. Guided admission. Who said that there is no spring for licking dogs? The joy of licking is only understood by the licker. Received 20,000 yuan in room fee from Tang Jiani, and returned it 100 times. 2 million entered the host account. Looking at the text message. An extra 2 million in the bank card. Jiang Huai's heart was warm. Silently opened Baidu. Started searching how to be a good male servant. He had never seen so much money since he was a child. Since he had signed a contract with Tang Jiani. Then Jiang Huai felt. As a landlord, he had the obligation to serve the tenants happily. Otherwise, with so much money, he would not feel at ease. Except that he was a pervert in the room. Tang Jiani also had relatively normal aspects. For example, the terms of the contract. First, only on Saturdays and Sundays every week, Jiang Huai needed to go to the room for service. The rest of the time, he only needed to lick on WeChat. Second, in case of emergency, if you need to come to their house on weekdays, you have to pay extra money. If you need to stay overnight in the room, Tang Jiani needs to pay an additional 10,000 yuan for the overnight fee. Third, you are not allowed to take photos of anything in the room. Damn it. From this point of view, it does look a bit like a sale. Jiang Huai shuddered in his heart. Took out the contract. After confirming that it was a rental contract, he patted his chest. Say it was a close call. The bus arrived at the back door of Linder. Isn't this dead licker Jiang Huai? He came out so soon. How shameless. Look, he is still smiling. What a pity for this face. Jiang Huai looked at the campus. Birds chirping and flowers blooming. Great. If it were in the past, Jiang Huai would have heard this. Maybe he would have raised his fist and attacked. But now think about it. Sure enough, he was still immature in the past. They can scold them. But as long as it doesn't hinder me from making money, it's fine. How much face can I lose by being scolded? Without money, there is no face at all. Back to the dormitory. Where have you been, Lao Jiang? You worried us so much last night. Zhu Chao lay on the bed opposite Jiang Huai, and his head popped out alertly. Part-time job at night to make money. Jiang Huai casually retorted. Gui Yutong doesn't even treat you as a human being, and you're still thinking about making money. How much can you make in one night? 20,000 a night. What the hell, forbearance and wealth. Don't worry about what you do. I've got a stable job. I won't have to worry about food and clothing in the future. Chowzi, don't watch theoretical films all day. You won't learn anything without practical operation. By the way, where are Zhang Yuanhang and Liu Xiu? Lao Zhang went to practice. Xiu went to eat. Wait for them to come back and treat you to dinner. Took a shower. Climbed into bed. The phone happened to vibrate. Jiang Huai thought it was Tang Jiani. Unexpectedly, the message came from Qin Mengmeng. Qin Mengmeng is a rare guest among rare guests. Before, Gui Yutong would disappear at any time. WeChat blocked her. Jiang Huai had no choice. Added her roommate Qin Mengmeng as a messenger. From then on, Jiang Huai got up in addition to washing his face. One more thing. Look at Qin Mengmeng's circle of friends. Qin Mengmeng's circle of friends posts a lot. An average of 2 a day. A total of 18 photos. Each photo shows her face and legs, which can be called a high-quality human female. Compared to this morning. In the photo, Qin Mengmeng holds a milk teacup and takes 9 consecutive photos. Text: no matter how busy life is, you can't lose the pursuit of beauty. The tea is fragrant. Just looking at it makes people feel comfortable. If it were before, Jiang Huai might have liked it in his heart. After all, who can refuse a little girl who speaks softly and is so optimistic? But since adding Qin Mengmeng, Gui Yutong has never said good night to him. But the words complaining about Qin Mengmeng are at least tens of thousands of words. Every weekend, Qin Mengmeng went out with a certain man. She got on the passenger seat of a BMW uncle. She sent private photos to a certain junior. Even if Jiang Huai didn't want to listen, Gu Yutong would report everything to him. Now he knows Qin Mengmeng better than Qin Mengmeng's mother. Qin Mengmeng, Jiang Huai, are you taking a nap? Did I disturb you? If I woke you up by accident, Jiang Huai won't mind. Jiang Huai, what's the matter? Tell me. If it's related to Gu Yutong, don't let it go. The other party replied quickly, no, Jiang misunderstood me. In fact, I feel sorry for Jiang when something like that happened. It's all my fault. As Yutong's roommate, I didn't keep an eye on her. Jiang shouldn't be angry with me, right? It's like this. Isn't it that my internship is about to start? I also want to rent a house outside the school. I just saw Jiang working as an agent. Can I rent your house? If Jiang is busy, you can reply to me later. I'm always here. Damn. This damn tea feeling. It makes people feel happy. However, Jiang Huai saw the word rent a house. He sat up suddenly from the bed. The arc of his mouth became more and more excited. You should have told me earlier about renting a house. He almost brought his resentment towards Gu Yutong to Qin Mengmeng. Jiang Huai, no, Miss Qin is an acquaintance. You can come anytime to see the house. Qin Mengmeng, classmate Jiang, you are so nice. I have time anytime. I will listen to you. Yo. You are so nice. You will listen to me in everything. Just this bait. Jiang Huai estimated that he would catch no less than 10 kaisi. Jiang Huai suppressed his disgust and typed, then see you at 6 o'clock in the evening. Qin Mengmeng, well, I'm sorry to bother classmate Jiang today. See you in the evening. Put down the phone. Jiang Huai glanced at Zhu Chao. Old Zhu, I won't have dinner with you tonight. What's the matter? There are guests at home. Chapter 4, Men Are So Simple. Girls' Dormitory. Gu Yutong is putting on makeup. In the evening she invited Gui Yulong to dinner. I am preparing to express my apologies in depth for last night. But in front of me. She was more concerned about Qin Mengmeng's progress. Mengmeng, how is it? What did Jiang Huai say? Qin Mengmeng was wearing a light green nightgown, with her legs hanging over the bed, looking soft and fragile, with a kind of beauty like Lin Dayu in the living world. He said he could come and see the house tonight. Yutong baby, leave it to me, you can rest assured. Gu Yutong nodded and tortured Jiang Huai. Leave it to Qin Mengmeng. She was relieved. Mengmeng, sometimes I really envy you. Why can you find any man and make him fall in love with you? It would be great if we could have such ability. Qin Mengmeng covered her mouth and smiled. The feeling of being a beautiful girl next door is so natural. I don't know either. Men are really simple-minded. Just call them brother and they will spend money on you. But what a pity. Qin Mengmeng tilted her head with a look of regret on her face. Jiang Huai has such a pretty face. I thought that she would slowly fall in love with me from that night on, and then be unable to extricate herself from it. She would be like a licking dog, and I would order her around every day. When I finally dumped him, he cried his eyes out. I just think it's so funny, har har. Har har har. Madman. A real lunatic. Even if I have been roommates with Qin Mengmeng for a few years. Gu Yutong still finds it creepy. She just likes good men. That's right. But Qin Mengmeng is different. She hooks up with all kinds of men. A fish is caught. It will pull like crazy. Combining kindness and force. In the end, none of them. Qin Mengmeng likes to see men fall in love with her. Then she abandoned it. The kind of miserable look of crying and shouting for help. Even Qin Mengmeng shared it in the group. A first-generation rich uncle driving a Ferrari. To beg her to change her mind. Video of kneeling on the street holding an apology sign. And while watching, she was still laughing. Look at him, he's so cute. This woman. There is no emotion at all. If this isn't tea madness, then what is it? Gu Yutong didn't want to sacrifice Qin Mengmeng either. But JAC is really going too far. Since you love me, why would you do this when I'm resting with other boys? No regard for my face at all. Since you really love me, just accept that I have a better man. Isn't he loving someone about wanting the other person to have a better life? Otherwise, what kind of love is this? Such a scumbag should be punished. The sun sets. Qin Mengmeng appeared in the last rays of sunlight. The green tube top dress is covered with a layer of tulle, revealing the graceful figure. Obviously not wiped. Just sexy. Classmate Jiang, I'm so sorry. I was so stupid. I got off at the wrong station just now. That's why I'm late. Classmate Jiang, I really blame myself. Jiang Hui smiled, picked up the milk tea in his hand, and handed it to Qin Mengmeng with both hands. It's okay, it's my fault. For a girl like you, I should take a taxi to pick you up. How could I let you take the bus? For the milk tea I just ordered, iced. When Qin Mengmeng received the milk tea, her fingers gently brushed across Jiang Huai's hand. Then she blushed and smiled. The smile is very innocent and as gentle as the spring breeze. Student Jiang, you are so nice. I have always wanted to have a brother like you since I was a child. Can I call you brother? Of course. I'm so lucky to have a sister like you. Qin Mengmeng looked at Jiang Huai's back. I find it so hard to suppress the corners of my mouth. Everything was simpler than she had imagined. Men have no resistance to the word brother. And a weak girl called out brother in a baby voice. That would be a lore kill. And Jiang Huai's eyes are so sincere. Eyes don't lie. I can feel that Jiang Hui seems to have feelings for me. I just left with Gu Yuton, and then. What a little rascal. Qin Mengmeng murmured. Follow up. Jiang Hui, who was walking in front, couldn't help smacking his lips. I was so fucking sincere just now. It cost another $10. Ordered a cup of Snow King filled with condiments. Wait, the room fee will be an extra 1,000. It's not too much. But it should be said or not. Getting along with people like Qin Mengmeng. Really comfortable. Just enjoy the process, don't give your heart. Then you can get one for free. The beautiful sister who chases you and calls you brother every day. Although her appearance is slightly inferior to Tang Jiani. But compared to that pervert, isn't he at also a great advantage? Brother Jiang, are you laughing? No, I was just thinking about something happy. My brother is happy, so am I. Qin Mengmeng sipped her milk tea, glanced at Jiang Hui, and smiled innocently. Jiang Hui wanted to rent his house. He was happy to hear her calling him brother. Man, it's really that simple. The house that Qin Mengmeng wants to rent. Not in the same building as Tang Jiani. But the house type is the same. The two of them looked around and came to the bargaining stage. Brother Jiang, this community has a really nice environment, the community is green and clean, and it even has a parking space. The rent for a community like this must be very expensive. It's not expensive, only 4,000. 4,000. Qin Mengmeng choked on her milk tea and realized that she had lost her composure. Hurry up and adjust it. But Brother Jiang, didn't you say 2,500 before? 4,000 is indeed a bit difficult for me. Jiang Hui frowned and pretended to fiddle with his phone. In fact, on the phone, there are words he made up. Student Qin, you know it all. If we don't offer a low price, how can we attract people? In fact, the lowest price they offer us is 3,500. 3,500, I'm not making any money anymore. Qin Mengmeng sat down by the Jianghui River. The brain moves at high speed. Since JAC said 3,500, there is still room for price reduction. If someone else comes, you might not lower the price. But do you want me to call you brother? Wait for Qin Mengmeng to raise her head again. There were already tears in her eyes and she was panting slightly. Brother Jiang, it's all my fault. I didn't tell you clearly about my ability in advance. I only make 3,000 yuan a month, but I really like this house. I wonder if my brother can be kind enough. But even if my brother rejects me, I can understand. After all, my brother has to make a living, so 3,000 is 3,000. Sign it. Why? Qin Mengmeng looked at the contract and almost fainted. But look at Jiang Hui again, that expectant face. Qin Mengmeng understood everything again. Jiang Hui is so naive. She just stepped up the intensity a little bit. Jiang Hui was willing to pay money to help me move in. He really likes me. Such a simple child. When you are abandoned, you must have cried bitterly. Ding! The famous school has completed the binding. Qin Mengmeng, 168, 85, 57, 83. Satisfaction score with landlord, 0. When the strategy reaches 60 points, you will be rewarded with a famous university apartment. Qin Mengmeng paid 3,000 yuan for the room and got 100 times the rebate. 300,000 has been received. 0 points. Good job. It still has to be you, Qin Mengmeng. What a pervert, they are all weak. Green tea is indeed the god of versions. Combined with the previous Tang Jiani. Jiang Huai thought that Qin Mengmeng's score was about 20 to 30 points. Result. He still overestimates himself. She calls him brother all the time, and she sounds so charming and beautiful every time. In the end, I ended up with nothing. Why does it feel like this is even more perverted than Tang Jiani? A bunch of lunatics. After I lick you to my heart's content, I'll kick you out. On the edge. Qin Mengmeng was quietly sending a message to Gui Yutong. Gui Yutong, how is it going? Qin Mengmeng, done, I can feel that Jiang Huai has already felt me. Gui Yutong, I knew he was a bitch, but Mengmeng is awesome. Thumbs up for you. Exit the chat with Gui Yutong. Qin Mengmeng thought about it. Changed the remarks for JAC. Jiang Huai, number 108, pure puppy. What a lovely name. Chapter 5. Come on, come on, come on. Based on Gui Yutong's previous complaints, Jiang Huai felt that Qin Mengmeng's satisfaction level would increase. It should not be difficult. Although they all require licking. But it is different from Tang Jiani's pathological licking. Qin Mengmeng is fundamentally different. What Qin Mengmeng needs is material abundance mixed with a hint of emotional care. Yes, it should be similar to Gui Yutong. When it comes to this, JAC is very good at it. After all, he has a reputation as a bootlicker. I'll bring you food in the morning and evening, keep you warm and ask about your health. I'll apologize for your mistakes and I'll apologize for my mistakes. In a word, as long as the money is in place, nothing is a problem. Miss Qin. I just realized that the clothes you are wearing today are so beautiful, and your figure is so great. Even without makeup, you can charm a lot of innocent boys. Qin Mengmeng half covered her mouth, with shyness flickering between her eyebrows. Brother Jiang, you speak so nicely. Will Yutong be angry if you say this to me? I'm done with her, don't mention this person in front of me again. Qin Mengmeng pouted and began to blame herself. I'm sorry, brother, it's all my fault. From now on, as long as the two of us are together, her name will never appear. This killer move came out. Qin Mengmeng felt that Jiang Huai would not be able to withstand it. Introduce another woman into the conversation. This woman is the cushion for her amplification. Then he admitted his mistake. This is called showing weakness. I hinted to myself that I had no other intentions and I didn't want to compete with my other sisters. Establish a weak female character. Arouse men's desire to protect. Adding the last sentence, the two of us, instantly brought the distance closer. While arousing the boy's desire to protect you, create a secret that only the two of you know. The result is that men are misled. It's fucking ambiguous. Ambiguity is a bottomless pit. Ambiguity can drain a person dry. And ambiguity is not a substantive relationship. So there is no such thing as who lets anyone down. The loser loses everything. Once Jiang Huai said, it's okay, it's not your fault. It would be terrible. Because he was trapped. It's okay, Mengmeng, how can this be your fault? You are just her roommate, not her mother. I won't blame you. Brother, you are so nice. What's so good about me? Compared to that woman, I'm so much better than her. I speak softly, have a better figure, and am understanding and reasonable. I was blind at the beginning. If I had known, I shouldn't have pursued her, but you. Qin Mengmeng smiled inwardly. Qin Mengmeng laughed wildly inwardly. What did she just say? Jiang Huai began to regret it. He was hinting that he wanted to pursue me and be friends with me. I told you that you were going to get trapped, but you still didn't believe it. Jiang Huai, you are in trouble. Brother Jiang, actually, we can be friends first. Are you willing to be friends with me? The sun sets. The pink glow shone on Jiang Huai's eyes. Sprinkle a little sincerity. Jiang Huai blinked and nodded, I do. Dry. Ding Yu restaurant, men's bathroom. Jiang Hui held the ice water and splashed it on his face. Looking in the mirror again, at that incredibly delicate face, I couldn't help but sigh. I was fucking blind at the time. There are so many rich women in the world. Just my face is worth tens of thousands of dollars. But he insisted on being Gui Yutong's bootlicker. Now, after licking Gui Yutong, I have to lick Qin Mengmeng. At first, it was a sincere lick. Now, I'm pretending to be sincere. It's really tiring to pretend. But Jiang Hui, you can't be discouraged. You have to know that Qin Mengmeng only has one house. Qin Mengmeng, that's 300,000 per month. Follow the money. Everything will be fine. You're the best, you're the lickest. Come on, come on, come on. Jiang Hui pulled out some paper and wiped the pretty boy's face clean. Facing the mirror, he put on a simple smile. He straightened his collar and walked out of the bathroom. It feels like walking onto the stage and receiving an Oscar. And behind him, the old man who was cleaning the room performed a smoking demonstration with his hands reversed. I can't help but sigh, old drama bones, this is an old drama bone. Ding Yu Restaurant. It is not the most luxurious hotel in Linjiang. But the average is more than 2,000 per person. Plus top-notch service. It has always been the favorite of the middle class. Just signed the contract. Jiang Hui simply took Qin Mengmeng with him and enjoyed a little luxury. Maybe it can bring some satisfaction indicators. Student Qin, I just saw some small desserts over there. I wonder if you like them. Jiang Hui placed a small tray in front of Qin Mengmeng. The tone was gentle and greasy. Qin Mengmeng glanced at it. The little red cake on the plate was actually heart-shaped. There was a slight fluctuation in my heart. Really? Jiang Hui's love for her has permeated every aspect of his life. Even the cake is in the shape of love. He is so simple. Qin Mengmeng took a sip, put down the spoon, and said apologetically, "Brother, the cake you brought is really delicious, but I am allergic to vegetable cream, so." But, brother, don't blame yourself. This is all Mengmeng's fault. It's all my fault. I have so many problems. I've had a bad stomach since I was a kid. My parents always took care of my meals at home, but now I have to take care of myself, and I've become like this. Brother, am I stupid? Fool. How stupid? Jiang Hui looked up. Qin Mengmeng's face, with skin as white as cream, was already tearful after she had only said 3 sentences. Put the fish in. Pull in film and television teaching materials. That group of actors. You have to look at it and keep silent. If it weren't for his system display. Qin Mengmeng has 0 points so far. I almost got fooled. If one day, I could be crowned the best actor. The best actress is none other than Qin Mengmeng. Jiang Hui pulled out a piece of paper. Come in front of Qin Mengmeng. Student Qin, don't move. There's still cream on the corner of your mouth. I'll help you wipe it off. R.O. The tissue with body temperature gently stroked my cheek. At the corner of the mouth, gently hovering around the lips, gradually sliding to the middle of the lips, still rubbing, as if. Brother, I can do it myself. Qin Mengmeng quickly pulled out another piece of paper. He raised his eyebrows and looked at Jiang Hui's eyes. Their eyes met. Intense and long. He is so sincere. So pure. Student Qin, you are not stupid. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. You can just leave the weaknesses to others, like me. If you don't mind, I can bring you breakfast. If you can't eat in the cafeteria, I can also buy it for you outside the school. By the way, there's an animal cream cake shop in the city. I'll let you try it later. If you like it, I'll go work there every week. Qin Mengmeng was stunned. Why do you want to work in a store? Because I become friends with the boss, I can learn skills. If you want to eat it in the future, I can cook it for you every day. Jiang Hui smiled warmly. It is said that sincerity is the ultimate skill. At least in the scene just now, Jiang Hui felt that he had done it. Life is like a play. Life is like a play. Jiang drama bone. Qin Mengmeng was holding the water cup, slightly stunned, lowered her head and looked a little embarrassed. Student Jiang, am I worthy of it? Of course, if it's you, it's worth it. After all, 300,000 a month, it's damn worth it. Qin Mengmeng tied up one side of her hair and sucked on the chopsticks. Turn a piece of stew off the plate. Placed on the JAC plate. When I picked it up, the soup was thick and it was stringy, creating a very ambiguous atmosphere. Brother, you are so kind to me. I will be flattered. How can I repay you in the future? I can't. I can't give myself to you. Qin Mengmeng looked at Jiang Huai and turned his head away. His face was full of shyness, with a half smile on his face. Absolutely certain. Jiang Huai has become deeply fascinated with himself. And the kind that you can't help yourself to. Whenever I think of Jiang Huai bringing me meals every day, he looks so innocent. Qin Mengmeng's breathing gradually became rapid. Let me bring it in again. Jiang Huai was tortured again and again. Finally, on a rainy night, he was ruthlessly abandoned. Jiang Huai was caught in the rain, holding flowers. Driven to distraction. When you are homeless, you look heartbroken and mean. Qin Mengmeng couldn't help but feel secretly happy in her heart. Student Qin, are you okay? Why are you so red? No, it's okay, brother, I'm going to the bathroom. Good. Jiang Huai looked at Qin Mengmeng's back and it disappeared completely. Then he looked at the plate and saw the stewed meat that Qin Mengmeng had picked up. He poured it into the trash can at the next table. $1 is only 50. Damn, what a pity. Chapter 6 I am your calamity. While Qin Mengmeng went to the bathroom, Jiang Huai stood up and went to the front desk. I plan to settle the bill first and give you a little surprise. Inside the bar, there was only a woman filling out a report, and her name badge read, Manager Zhao Qing. Zhao Qing was wearing a light grey suit. The aura around him is gentle and elegant. Their whole person looks very delicate. However, the fine lines at the corners of her eyes indicate that she is quite old. Sister, I want to apply for a card. Jiang Huai opened his mouth and spoke in a stern tone. The woman raised her eyes and looked at Jiang Huai. Young man, are you calling me? Otherwise, my sister is the only one in the bar, so of course I'm calling you. I'm almost 50, do you think it's appropriate to call me sister? Jiang Huai's eyes widened. What? Impossible. Sister must be lying. Sister, your skin is so smooth and tender, how could you be almost 50? Sister, don't look at me as a college student, I can run 5 kilometers in one breath, I have money, and I'm still single, but I still have a good eye. Zhao Qing smiled awkwardly. This guy is so smooth talking and sweet. Brother, please stop teasing me. What can I do for you? I want to apply for a membership card. Sure, we have 5,000, 10,000, and 50,000. The more you top up, the bigger the discount. Jiang Huai took the list and looked at it. He looked at Zhao Qing again. Sister, which one do you think I should do? Me? This was the first time that someone had asked Zhao Qing a question after such a long time as a manager. I think if you come here often, 50,000 per visit would be the most appropriate amount, because not only. Then I'll do 50,000. Well, eh? Sir, you're not sure to find out more. Jiang Huai shook his head. Sister said 50,000 is the best. I know that sister will definitely not lie to her brother. Look, I said that my sister must be a little girl. She looks so shy and cute when she smiles. Zhao Qing's breathing stagnated. I lowered my eyes, feeling a burning sensation all over my body. I'm too embarrassed to even look at JAC. What a simple boy. She said that for the sake of performance. But this boy chose to believe me unconditionally. Am I going to hurt him like this? No, I can't. My brother is so sweet. When you come to our Dingyu in the future, you can find me and use my card to enjoy a 25% discount on purchases. Really? Sister, you are really the best sister I have ever met. But sister, look, it will be very troublesome for me to get discounts when I make purchases in the future. Why don't I just pay directly when I top up now? It will be more convenient this way. Well, that seems to work, why didn't I think of it? Sister, you are the best. You have swept away 37,500. Okay, brother, keep your 50,000 yuan card. Can you add me on WeChat? Sister, I'll sweep you. Hiss. Completed the card application for JAC. Watching Jiang Huai leave. Zhao Qing always felt that something was wrong. But I can't say it. Zhao Qing covered her chest, her face slightly red, and felt her heart pounding. Why does my heart beat so fast? Is it the feeling of being moved? This young man speaks so nicely and has such innocent eyes. How could it be possible to lie? Zhao Qing looked at Jiang Huai's WeChat ID on her phone. I can't help but sigh. If she were 20 years younger, that would be great. But 20 years old isn't too old now. Being old is also an advantage. It can make you feel more caring. Pink bubbles were coming out of Zhao Qing's head. A scent of flowers wafted from behind. Aunt Qing, are you in love? Their voice was whispered. When Zhao Qing saw clearly that it was Mu Chuyang, she frowned. Kid, why are you so shameless when you talk? Humph. Aunt Qing's face is as red as a monkey's butt. Who is the shameless one? Monkey butt. Cold. Zhao Qing felt very disappointed. Although the entire Dingyu belongs to this girl Mu Chuyang. But this little girl has grown 20 years. She, Zhao Qing, has also taken care of him for 20 years. She is a proper wet nurse. As a result, the handsome guy called me sister for a long time. You just come up and start talking nonsense, Aunt Qing. Is it polite? Aunt Qing, at your age, if you like someone, you should pursue him boldly. If you can't catch up with him, tell me and I will help you catch up with him. Mu Chuyang said this and was about to rush out. Fortunately, Zhao Qing grabbed him. You have been spoiled since you were little, and you are so careless. Besides, don't you look at what you look like? You are the great goddess Lin. If you come to me, will your Aunt Qing still have a chance to survive? Mu Chuyang raised her chin. The silver hair is flowing. A way to survive or something. She doesn't know. She only knew that Aunt Qing praised her for being beautiful. Damn self-confidence. There is always nowhere to put it. Girl, how come you, the big boss, have time to come and see me today? Mu Chuyang grabbed a handful of grapes and sat on the corner of the table, stuffing her mouth full. I'm not used to living in a big villa over there, so I'm planning to move to a smaller apartment, so I came by to take a look. Listen to Mu Chuyang's words. Zhao Qing nodded. I feel a little sad inside. This girl, Mu Chuyang, has been spoiled since she was a child. The only drawback is, I don't want to inherit Mr. Mu's business at all. To separate from home. He opened this restaurant with his own savings. I rented a villa before. Change apartment now. What else could it be? It must be that he has no money. Dingyu restaurant looks full of vitality to outsiders. In fact, there were problems with the capital chain a long time ago. As a boss, Mu Chuyang is just in college. I never worried about it since I was a child. Now, it must be difficult. Zhao Qing sighed. Miss, the kitchen manager said he'll be leaving after this week. I checked and other restaurants are trying to poach him. Mu Chuyang frowned, but still raised her chin high. Just go. I don't like his food anyway. Can we break up without him? Miss, why don't you give your father a call? Stop, Aunt Qing, if you have time, please help me find a small apartment. Thank you. After saying this, Mu Chuyang entered the office. Aunt Qing had no other options. This girl, once she makes up her mind about something, she won't listen to anything. I have been very arrogant since I was young. Aunt Qing sighed and opened Jiang Huai's circle of friends. It's a feast for the eyes. Isn't this a coincidence? The first thing to do in Jiang Huai's circle is to rent out properties. Prestigious university. The apartment is good, the environment is good, it is next to a large building, and the price is good. What's important is that he's handsome and nice. Didn't you just say that you also have abdominal muscles? Good. Achoo. Achoo. Jiang Huai sneezed twice. Happy. The old saying goes, if you sneeze once, someone will scold you. If you sneeze twice, someone will think about you. Jiang Huai counted on his fingers. Aunts and sisters, you must be checking your circle of friends. But Auntie is so nice. Just a few simple words. Saved more than 10,000. Where can I find such a good aunt? Brother Jiang, do you have a cold? I was so stupid to keep you waiting for so long in the hot afternoon. It's all my fault. Brother, will you blame me? Jiang Huai smiled gently and took the initiative to hand the cotton backrest to Qin Meng Meng. Meng Meng, if you're not cold, I'm not cold either. The air conditioning in this room is strong enough, cover your legs. If your legs get cold, my heart will get cold too. And this, for you. Qin Mengmeng looked at the VIP card that Jiang Hui handed over. His eyes lit up. She knows that Ding Yu has a membership card. The minimum charge is 5,000. This black card has a face value of 50,000. Jiang Hui is on Gui Yuton's side. I've always been a loser. How can you afford to apply for a card with such a large face value? Brother Jiang, I can't accept it. We've only been out for a day, and you're giving me something so expensive. I'll feel bad. Jiang Hui saw that Qin Mengmeng was going to push the card over. He took the first step and grabbed Qin Mengmeng's hand. Warm yellow light. It hit Jiang Hui's eyelashes, making his eyes full of affection. Mengmeng, you call me brother, and you deserve it. Even if this is the first time we meet, so what? There will be days, months, and years to come. Yeah, nian. Staring into Jiang Hui's eyes. Qin Mengmeng didn't notice it. My breathing gradually became rapid. She goes out with people quite a lot. Many people say love. But he is only willing to give a piece of garbage worth 1 or 2,000. Even pay 1 or 2,000. I just want to do something. It's disgusting. But JAC is different. Jiang Hui is very simple. Just a meal. JAC is giving away a card worth 50,000 yuan. Pity. Jiang Hui. I am your calamity. Someone wants to kill you. You fell in love with someone you shouldn't have fallen in love with. Your heart will be broken if you leave me. Chapter 7. He can't leave me alone. Not simple. It's really not easy. Boys' dormitory. Jiang Hui lay on the bed and turned on the system. Look at Qin Mengmeng's satisfaction column, it's still fucking 0. He gave 50,000. If this person is Gui Yuton, I guess he has already gone to bed. But Qin Mengmeng's heart was not shaken at all. Is this still a human being? What is this girl thinking about? See you, let me ask you, how would you feel if I gave you 50,000 yuan? Jiang Hui turned sideways and looked at Liu Xiyu. Liu Xiyu was slurping noodles when he was shocked. Brother Jiang, I like girls, please don't make things difficult for me. Get lost. Jiang Hui had misjudged Liu Xiyu. I originally thought that this guy's mind was full of food. The result has already rotted. What about you, Chaozi? I'll give you 50,000. Really? Godfather. Look, this is the normal behavior of a son. Jiang Hui sat up and gave Zhu Chao a thumbs up. This month, breakfast and dinner are up to you. It's still the same as before, Gui Yuton set meal. What? The three buddies in the dormitory were stunned. There was something wrong with the way he looked at Jiang Hui. Zhang Yuanhang stuck his head out. Old Jiang, what did your father teach you? Don't worry about it. Just replace it after use. A new one is always better than an old one. How the hell are you still addicted to licking it? What's new and what's old? I'm not delivering food to Gui Yuton, I'm delivering it to Qin Mengmeng. Puff. Liu Xiyu spat out a mouthful of powder from his nostrils. Brother, Qin Mengmeng is a green tea. Zhang Yuanhang nodded in agreement. Look, Liu Xiyu can see it, and you are still licking it. Lao Jiang, you are crazy. Jiang Hui sat up straight. The spirit of drama is possessed. Every word reveals seriousness. I've thought about it. Everyone says I'm a bootlicker, but I don't think I'm just licking. I'm just liking someone. Liking someone has nothing to do with others. I just want to lick the hardest person to lick. I just want you all to see that even Qin Mengmeng will be convinced by me. I, Jiang Hui, want to feed the dog a bag of salt. Zhang Yuanhang wiped his eyes. Dry. What's going on with the extra layer of gold behind Jiang Hui? Just lick it. If you have this idea, why not think about how to get closer to the school beauty? I want to lick the goddess even if I have to. Besides, the one who is the hardest to lick should be Tangjiani. I have some news for you. Last night, I applied to add Tangjiani on WeChat. Now that I haven't been passed or rejected, I think I have a chance. Jiang Hui, am I brave or not? Jiang Hui thought about Tangjiani with a cold look on his face. I couldn't help but give Zhang Yuanhang a thumbs up. Come on, you must be the best. Zhang Yuanhang saw that Jiang Hui was so sincere. The more I talk, the more excited I get. I specifically want to go to our dormitory. No, I specifically want to go to the boys' dormitory. The first person to add Tang Jiani on WeChat will then secure my title of the most charming person in Lin University. Lao Jiang, I'll treat you to a meal then. Jiang Huai looked at Zhang Yuan Hang, immersed in the pleasure of imminent success. I can't bear to bother you. Lying in bed, turning over. I browsed around Daobao. Bought myself a few suits. Look at Tang Jiani, she just spends 30,000. It should be a wealthy family. As an important tenant. Don't dress too casually on a daily basis. You have to have professional qualities. After exiting Daobao, Jiang Huai looked through his address book again. Got it. Barley Beitian Cake House. Gui Yutong loved to eat it before. Back and forth. Jiang Huai also added the boss lady on WeChat. Jiang Huai told Qin Mengmeng this. This is also the one. Click to open WeChat chat. Jiang Huai, boss, do you need a handyman? A college student who can do anything, handsome, strong, and eats little. Jiang Huai, abs photos. 5 minutes later. Barley Beitian, I just happen to be in need of an assistant. Come for an interview when you have time. Jiang Huai, thank you, boss. The boss lady is so nice. Done. What is the core of licking people? Some people say it costs money. Some people say it is sincerity. Both are wrong. The above are all basic conditions. On the premise of spending money and being sincere, what you need to do is to move yourself. I can't even move myself. Still want to lick people. Do you think you can impress others? Bullshit. Since I have told Qin Mengmeng. For her, I can go to work in a cake shop. Then you have to do what you say. Well, this is professionalism. I have to work to earn 300,000 yuan a month for rent. Jiang Huai, you work so hard. If you don't succeed, who will? But then again, Qin Mengmeng is really a tough guy. As soon as I get enough points, I will write a post to expose her green tea character. Warn future generations. Mengmeng, I think I love Gui Yulong even more. Yutong, I feel like Jiang Huai can't live without me anymore. Girls' dormitory. Gui Yutong and Qin Mengmeng were applying facial masks and talking to each other. They smiled at each other. They were silent for a moment. It's a bit embarrassing. And kind of funny. That is a kind of tacit understanding that only exists between girls. I know you want his money and his strength. But I won't say it. I am happy for my sisters. You know I was fishing for him. Tease him. You didn't say anything either. Just play. Qin Mengmeng half covered her mouth and smiled. Yutong, you speak first. It's nothing, actually. I just found out when I was having dinner with Yulong that his family is in the building materials business, and they are also a partner of the Tang family. Gui Yutong became more and more excited as she spoke. She felt as proud as if she had already stepped one foot into the socialite zone. You know the Tang family, right? Many of our Linjiang real estate and supermarkets belong to the Tang family. They are a top-notch wealthy family. I never thought that Yulong would usually hang out in this circle. What do you think I will do in the future? Qin Mengmeng smiled very naturally. It's written all over her face, sister, I'm so happy for you. But how could the business world be so simple? Qin Mengmeng has fished for so many people. There are many business tycoons among them. It's everyone's nature to love showing off. Some people, just by making the first recharge for 2 games, say that they are GES partners. I just went to fill up my car with gas and said I was doing oil trading. Just standing on the street handing out flyers and saying that he had joined a media group. The Tang dynasty group of the Tang family is the leader of Linjiang. The power is spread in every corner. If Gui Yulong was also in that circle, Jiang Huai beat him up back then, would he be able to come out so easily? Gui Yutong. You are really so naive. The thought that one day she would be dumped by Gui Yulong. I feel a little happy. Mengmeng, what about you? Jiang Huai must have been played like a dog in front of you. Qin Mengmeng nodded. Pale fingers pressed the edge of the mask. As confident as it should be. Starting tomorrow, he will start bringing me breakfast, warming me up from the cold, and buying me little cakes. I haven't seen such an innocent puppy for a long time. I plan to let him firmly believe that I like him. And then if I abandon him and kick him away, Jiang Huai will definitely come back crying and beg me not to leave. I'm really looking forward to what he'll look like when he's sad. When I think of that scene, my heart itches. Hiss. Qin Mengmeng couldn't help but shiver. This woman is so scary. But Jiang Huai is a very stingy person. I can't afford the gifts he gave me. Mengmeng, he hasn't given you a gift yet. Qin Mengmeng looked at the black card under the pillow, smiling and shaking his head. Remember something again. I picked up my phone and sent a message to Jiang Huai. Good night, brother Jiang. I'm so happy today. Good night, me too. Jiang Huai replied immediately. As expected, he was waiting for my news and couldn't sleep. He can't leave me anymore. Chapter 8, Zero Frame Start. The sun is shining in the sky. The flowers smiled at me. Find a partner as early as possible. Otherwise, all the girls will be licked away by the dogs. Jiang Huai is in a good mood today. Carrying breakfast. Humming a little tune. Standing downstairs of the girls' dormitory. Passers-by were stunned by what they saw. Isn't this Jiang Huai? Gu Yutong was in such a state, but he still sent her breakfast. This is too shameless. It's over, I think I'm going to be moved. You're a pervert, it makes me sick just by looking at you. What, you're happy to see me? Then I'll come every day. Jiang Huai fiddled with his phone while waiting. Who would have thought? Sister Zhao Qing was added yesterday. It came in handy today. Jiang Huai just opened his eyes. Zhao Qing showed Jiang Huai a contract, which made him a little confused. That's an electronic rental contract. Balabala, divided into several pieces. There are a lot of things to note. To sum it up in a few words. I want to rent your house. I have a lot of trouble. I will transfer the money to you. But don't bother me. In short, there is a bit of nagging in the arrogance. Aunt Qingqing, brother, this house is for rent by my boss's wife. She is still young and a little noisy. We can offer 3,500 yuan a month. If you think it is suitable, just sign it. Western style. As a landlord, there are tenants who take the initiative to bring contracts. Jiang Huai has finally opened his eyes. To get into the state. When I saw Qin Mengmeng, I started with zero frame. Jiang Huai planned to practice on Aunt Qing first. Aunt Qingqing, I'm sorry. Jiang Huai coughed twice and pursed his voice into the phone. What are you talking about, sister? If you give me more money, I'd really like it. I was planning to rent this house to my friend, but sister was so good to me before, how could I let you down? It's okay, I really am fine. At most I can apologize to my friend. He should understand that I am not a traitor. Wish sending completed. 2 sentences. The other side was silent. Jiang Huai's finishing blow. Sister, why are you silent? Did I say something wrong? Another half-minute passed. Zhao Qing sent a new contract. The rent on the contract increased to 4,000. Aunt Qing, you really are my soft-hearted god. Is this a small 500? This is 50,000. Sure enough, only green tea can save the world. Jiang Huai didn't hesitate either. Anyway, the tenant opposite is a girl. And generous. That's enough. Jiang Huai does not have extravagant expectations, and all of its tenants are as beautiful as fairies. There are 3 campus beauties in Lin University. You can't always imagine that all of them are your tenants. That's nonsense. Jiang Huai hastily signed on his phone. Replied to the message. As long as we wait for boss lady sister Zhao to sign, it will be done. That is the gap. Qin Mengmeng walked out of the apartment building carrying a suitcase. Brother, I have discovered a truth. Don't you want to know what my truth is? What? I noticed that after just one night, you've become more handsome again. Jack. Dry. Jiang Huai originally wanted to say, Mengmeng, you are so beautiful today. The result was only a delay of 0.5 seconds. You gave me 0 frames to start with. Qin Mengmeng T. It has indeed reached the level of being completely natural. Jack. You need to practice more. Mengmeng, you speak so nicely. Eat some buns first. They are still hot from the pan. Jiang Huai handed the buns to Qin Mengmeng and took the suitcase. I looked at the house yesterday afternoon. Qin Mengmeng decided to move out of the dormitory today. Jiang Huai is a professional player. Of course, I was the first to volunteer. Let's go. We still have some more things to clean up when we get to the apartment. It'll be noon soon. Qin Mengmeng tugged at Jiang Huai's sleeve. Brother Jiang, wait a moment, I called a friend. Friend? Jiang Huai was still wondering who this friend might be. The other end of the female dormitory building. A 1.85-meter tall athlete with a short haircut, grey pants, white socks and sneakers appeared. I do it. Everyone in Jianghuai is numb. Who else could it be but Gui Yulong? The scar on Gui Yulong's eyebrow left by his beating hasn't healed yet. Jianghuai looked at Gui Yulong's expression. That's like eating shit. There is no difference between me and you. JAC estimated. Gui Yulong didn't expect this either. I could meet him in this place. Jianghuai glanced at Qin Mengmeng out of the corner of his eye. This girl still looks calm and composed. Except for the single word 6. Jianghuai didn't know what to say. Qin Mengmeng is worthy of being known as the best woman selling tea in Linder. Knowing clearly that he had conflicts with Gui Yulong, he even dared to call him over. And he knew clearly that Gui Yulong was having an affair with Gu Yutong. He even dared to call Gui Yulong to the downstairs of the girls' dormitory. May I ask, which trick in the Green Tea Sutra is this? Fishing in troubled waters. Darkness under the lamp. Jianghuai felt that it was a pity that Qin Mengmeng didn't play CSGO. With a little training, it becomes the holy body of the endgame. It's all about having a big heart. I really can't beat him. Just turn on the microphone and call me brother. Once the buff is turned on, it can turn the opponent into a sieve. Seeing Gui Yulong coming, Qin Mengmeng took 2 steps back and moved closer to Jianghuai. The arms were almost touching each other. Gui Yulong's face became even uglier. Miss Qin, didn't you ask me to help with the luggage? Why is this guy here too? Qin Mengmeng smiled gently, her eyes fixed on Gui Yulong. No evasion at all. She blushed in front of Gui Yulong and said, Brother Yulong, I took the initiative to call you out. It's all my fault. Actually, I don't mean anything else. You are my best friend's current boyfriend, and he is my best friend's ex-boyfriend, so they are both my good friends. I have a wish, I hope everyone can get along well. I know, I'm a bit whimsical sometimes. But, Brother Long, Brother Jiang, if you're angry, just be angry at me. It's all my fault. I'm so self-centered. Yo. Such a poor girl. If you pinch her, she will definitely cry for a long time. Jianghuai leaned back, looked at Qin Mengmeng, who was in tears, and then looked at Gui Yulong. Knowing that the role is not his now. The other side. Gui Yulong was so anxious that he was like a headless fly. Miss Qin, what are you talking about? You just hope that everyone is well. What's wrong with you? Don't cry, I promise you, there will be no conflict between Jianghuai and me today. Qin Mengmeng half covered her face and looked at Gui Yulong with eyes as innocent as they could be. Really? Of course it's true. Brother Long, you are so nice. You are so naive. Qin Mengmeng lowered her eyes, enjoying the feeling of being toyed with and applauded by 2 men. She didn't want to have anything to do with Gui Yulong in the first place. But as someone who has been through this, seeing that Gui Yulong was about to hurt Gu Yutong, Qin Mengmeng felt that she could not just sit back and watch. You are fishing for Gu Yutong. I'll fish you. Isn't this a way to help your best friend find relief? Besides, express yourself in front of the opposite sex. This is the nature of all people. When 2 men exist at the same time, there is a feeling of secret competition. With competition, we will become proactive. Once you take the initiative, emotions will arise without knowing where they come from. Who takes the initiative? Whoever does loses. All proactive. The only winner is herself. Jianghuai, for you, I even found competitors. You must cherish it. Chapter 9, There are still experts. On the bus to the prestigious university, Jianghuai sat in the front seat. Qin Mengmeng and Gui Yulong sat in the back seat. Jianghuai knows such seating arrangement. In fact, it was all arranged by Qin Mengmeng. The 2 of them were chatting happily in the back seat. For Qin Mengmeng, it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. First, it can quickly bring her closer to Gui Yulong. Second, it made him, the co-pilot, feel uncomfortable watching. When you feel uncomfortable, you want to express yourself and feel jealous. As a bootlicker, as a landlord, you have to do your best to satisfy your tenants. The most important responsibility is what the guests want should be given in a timely manner. If you want to see me jealous, I'll give you a plate of dumplings. This is the case with professional actors. It's called walking drama. Jiang Hui turned sideways and said eagerly, Meng Meng, you and Gui Yulong seem to be very familiar with each other. Have you known each other for a long time? No, I just met him last night. Really? By the way, when is your birthday? Dingyu member card holders can set their birthdays, and they have the right to book the entire venue on their birthdays. It's the 5th of next month. Qin Meng Meng said, and then followed the bumps of the car body and moved closer to Gui Yulong, arms touching each other. When they touched, they felt a surge of spring in their hearts. By the way, Brother Long, do you want to come to the birthday party? Gui Yulong blushed. Next month. Gui Yulong blinked and said tactfully, if Yutong wants to go, I will go too. But, I didn't tell Yutong, so she might not come. Well, then it's not good for me to go. That's right, I forgot that Brother Long has a partner. It doesn't matter. I won't be sad if someone as principled as Brother doesn't come. I really won't. But, if Yutong doesn't go on your birthday, wouldn't it be bad if I don't go either? Contact me on WeChat when the time comes. Jiang Hui glanced at the driver unintentionally. The corners of the uncle's mouth are bent to the back of his head. Look at the expression. I guess I've almost finished thinking about all the sad things in my life. Jiang Hui was also speechless. He is a sports student, but his brain is so weak except for his strong muscles. Qin Meng Meng only said a few words. Gui Yulong was caught as a black carp. It's good to go to a birthday party. Good to go to the birthday party. Jiang Hui thought, since everyone is like this, it won't be a big deal if it's a little more messy. Meng Meng, why? I opened the card for you, why do you have to ask him to go? Originally, Gui Yulong was still a little hesitant. Jiang Hui opened his mouth. Gui Yulong was even more excited than Qin Meng Meng. What do you mean, kid? It's Meng Meng's birthday, and she has to ask you for permission. Who are you? It's just a meal card, look how proud you are of it. I'm just telling you, Jiang Hui, not only will I go to Meng Meng's birthday party, I'll also pack a big gift for her, so you can see how much of a loser you are. Take a look. They say it's big, but it's brainless. Those are just 2 sentences. Gui Yulong became anxious. Jiang Hui thought that he just deleted Gui Yutong. It's not like I forgot Gui Yutong's cell phone number. You are so arrogant. On my birthday, I accidentally sent a text message, summoning Gui Yutong. Not too much, right? Qin Meng Meng was supposed to show up at this time. Choose quiet. Qin Meng Meng thinks. Although Jiang Hui looked dull before. But it's quite convenient to use as a wingman. Jiang Hui was not only jealous. It also aroused Gui Yulong's desire to win. You see, now 2 people have started arguing over her. How nice. Time passed quickly and it was noon. Jiang Hui saw the sweat on Qin Meng Meng's forehead and came over with water. Meng Meng, drink some water. You've worked hard this morning. Qin Meng Meng looked at the cup of water in her hand. A look of emotion appeared on his face. Jiang Hui is becoming more and more careful now. If this isn't he trying to win favor, then what is it? It's okay, Brother Jiang. You are the ones who are the most tired. What do you want to eat at noon? I'll make it for you. But if it's not tasty, don't blame me. Miss Jean can't do it, but I can. How can I let you, a little girl, do the cooking? Wait, I'll go buy some groceries. Jack. Jiang Hui frowned and stared at Gui Yulong. Worry in my mind. Why are all the words he said mine? This kid, is he really into it? Gui Yulong was lured by Qin Meng Meng. Jiang Hui wouldn't say anything. But you have to lick it, that's not okay. Isn't it obvious that this will make your work more difficult? You said what I was going to say. Did what I was going to do. Licked whoever I wanted to lick. Then please ask. What am I doing? What is the matter? I make money by licking people, and you also make money by licking people? It's so sunny outside, can you find a place to sell vegetables, Brother Gua? I'll go. No, I'm strong and can carry a lot, you're just a burden. Get out of the way. Fuck, are you sick? You're even snatching food. Bang. Qin Mengmeng saw the two of them go out together. A little bit cool, but also a little bit confused. It feels so good to be loved by someone. It feels so good to be loved by so many people. Elevator room. Jiang Huai and Wei Yulong, you look at me and I look at you. The atmosphere was tense and ready to explode. Licking Qin Mengmeng is all about money. Wei Yulong forced himself to go to the next level, and Jiang Huai couldn't stand it anymore. What do you mean? I also want to ask, what the hell do you mean? Jiang Huai, our business is separate, but I suggest you don't interfere and ruin my business. I ruined your business. It was you who cut off my financial resources first, so I. Hiss. Something's wrong. Jiang Huai blinked. I thought carefully about what Wei Yulong said. Wei Yulong said, don't ruin his business. Does that mean that he also has feelings for Qin Mengmeng? Since you have feelings for Qin Mengmeng. According to Wei Yulong's personality, he wouldn't be so reserved. Could it be that? The smell in the elevator hall, which was filled with the smell of gunpowder, changed again. Ahem, buddy, are you acting? Fuck, bro, you, too. Damn it. Wei Yulong looked at Jiang Huai with disbelief on his face. I really didn't expect that. We are so destined to be together. Jiang Huai put the cigarette Wei Yulong handed over to him between his ears and said happily, of course, brother, doesn't your family have some money? How come you're also doing this? There's a saying that goes, don't disappoint a good girl and don't waste a bad girl, do you know that? Wei Yulong stood under the light, his figure looking even taller. Actually, I was just playing around with Gui Yutong, but you ended up beating me up. 2 days later, Qin Mengmeng added me in, calling me brother all the time. Who is Qin Mengmeng? That bitch Gui Yutong told me everything. Then let's just play along, lick her hands, play some role-playing, and let her know how sinister human nature is. Finally, put on your pants and let's go. There's nothing wrong with this. No. Buddy. Mission impossible. Jiang Huai couldn't even press his thumb, so he pushed it directly on Wei Yulong's face. How can this be a playboy or a rich second generation? This guy is simply a hero who eliminates harm for the people. Jiang Huai thought that he was about to be nominated for an Oscar. As it turns out, I'm not even qualified for the nomination. There are also experts. It's difficult to perform a monologue, but if there is an opponent, that's different. Brother Gua, we are like, we don't know each other until we fight, how about we cooperate with each other? Wei Yulong squinted at Jiang Huai and said, let me explain my purpose first. I want to lick Qin Mengmeng in private until she and Gui Yutong become enemies, and I can get away without any injuries. 6. Then I can take longer than you. I want to lick Qin Mengmeng until she falls in love with me. 100% in love with me. Wei Yulong was a little confused, but also a little in awe. Then what? And then? Then just let her go. Arrived at the first floor. The elevator door opened and the heat wave from outside rushed in. It gave Wei Yulong goosebumps. Looking at Jiang Huai's back as he walked out of the elevator. Wei Yulong seemed to see it. A great man is joining the game himself. Master. This guy is the real master. Chapter 10, Stop Fighting. Regret it. Jiang Huai really regretted it. I should have known I had to run 2 miles to the vegetable market. Jiang Huai was determined not to go out. Mr. Sun, burn yourself. Warmth to everyone. Isn't this also a kind of licking? But if you lick too much, it will easily make you sweat profusely. Sure enough, knowledge is everywhere in life. Jiang Huai just entered the community carrying vegetables. I caught a glimpse of a girl standing under the shade of a tree. Regret upon regret. Tang Jiani is really beautiful when viewed from a distance. She is 1.75 meters tall, with black hair cascading down to her waist. When the summer breeze blows, she looks so smart and cool that she can blow the whole summer away for all the boys in the school. It seems Tang Jiani probably wasn't planning to leave the community. She went downstairs wearing only a pair of pink slippers and a small vest. There was a picture of a sleeping cat on the vest. Those who are unclear will definitely think about it. Whose girl is this? She looks innocent, kind and brainless. I really want to date her. Actually. Hee. Hey, isn't that Tang Jiani? I didn't expect she would be in this neighborhood. When Wei Yulong, who was 185 centimeters tall, saw Tang Jiani, he hid behind Jiang Huai like a thief, and spoke timidly. Brother, how about, let's take a DT? Jack. Not that bad, buddy. I praised you for being a hero in the mission and the love life. Finally, it came in front of Tang Jiani. Suddenly turned into a bear? Why, are you afraid of her too? Wei Yulong nodded. To be honest, I confessed to her when I first started school. Was it the kind of confession wall that I confessed to her in public? Hiss. Then let's change the route. Jiang Huai held his forehead. It seems that I have wronged Brother Gua. He was a man after all. It can be said that he played the role of leading by example. Take a look at Tang Jiani in the cafeteria. They can all be singled out by Tang Jiani in the group and publicly executed. This is on the confession wall. With Tang Jiani's perverted look. Jiang Huai didn't even dare to think about it. Brother, you have suffered. I understand you. It's better not to say it. How could Jiang Huai know that Gui Yulong would not be able to hold it in after the words, suffering, came out? I hugged Jiang Huai and almost suffocated him to death. Have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy? Rocket instant noodles, you know. I cried, and it made the same sound as that thing. A voice. The voice-controlled lights in half of the community are all lit up. In the distance, Tang Jiani saw Jiang Huai with dim eyes. It's also lit. A gaze. Jiang Huai felt a chill down his spine when he saw this. Jiang Huai was even ready to go upstairs and be whipped. But, nothing happened. Tang Jiani just looked over here for a few seconds. He turned his attention to his phone. It seems like between them. It's like I don't know him at all. Another 10 seconds passed. Wait for a van to drive up to her. Jiang Huai took Wei Yulong and slipped into the underground garage. Jiang Huai remembers. It was written in the previous contract with Tang Jiani. Secondary renovation is allowed. It should be the new furniture that Tang Jiani bought that has arrived. It's better to buy new ones. Tang Jiani saw that they were not the type who were short of money, and they would definitely not want the furniture after they moved out. Jiang Huai thought that he could also increase the room rent. No. It's better to sell it. Give the next tenant a chance to buy some new furniture. This way you can sell it again and again. I'm such a fucking genius. Behind. The van driver jumped out of the car and handed the document to Tang Jiani. Girl, take a look at the goods. A super quiet mattress, an oversized dog house, and a small wardrobe. They are all imported goods. Sister, it's such a blessing to be your dog. Tang Jiani narrowed her eyes and nodded, the corners of her mouth curved coldly. Thanks. After signing, Tang Jiani looked inside the car again and frowned. In the corner of the cargo box, among the miscellaneous items, the long flat wooden stick and the hemp rope caught her attention. The size of the wooden stick is a bit like the ruler of the past. It looks like a very handy girl at first glance. Qin Mengmeng was lying on the sofa like a concubine. Looking at the kitchen, two men were wearing aprons and sweating profusely. I started to plan the plot in my mind. Gui Yulong is not as handsome as Jiang Huai. People are scumbags too. It can only be regarded as a wingman teasing Jiang Huai. After taking a look at Zhen Huan on TV, Qin Mengmeng fell into deep thought again. Jiang Huai had just separated from Gui Yutong. My heart is bitter. So first use sweetness to influence it. Feed him candy and do things only a girlfriend would do. It made him feel that he was 1,000 times better than Gui Yutong. The candy is finished. Start eating acid. And it is both sweet and sour. Bring Gui Yulong into the game. Let Jiang Huai like himself at the same time. Give him competitive pressure. Suffer in the end. Recall the bitter past and cherish the sweet present. To get the sweetness at the beginning, he will gradually lose himself. Qin Mengmeng smiled with her mouth half covered, and her smile looked like that of a lady from a noble family. It's worthy of you, Qin Mengmeng. Playing tricks on a man is as easy as drinking water. The other side. Old Gua, you said. Qin Mengmeng was frowning, thinking and laughing. What was she thinking about? What else can you think about? Think about how to play with the two of us. Jiang Huai nodded thoughtfully. Express agreement. Looking at Gui Yulong adding 8 spoons of salt into the scrambled eggs, I couldn't help drooling. Dude, is this even possible? Gui Yulong was confident, why not? Just believe me. Qin Mengmeng is in the early stages of our relationship. She must be sensible and try her best to make us feel happy to be with her. All our emotional values can be satisfied. So, no matter how bad our dishes are today, she will have to bite the bullet and say, Brother Long, I have never eaten such delicious dishes. Wait, let's split up. I'll take the lead and take the initiative to pick up food for her. You have to play the long game, so you, the deputy, have to act jealous and compete to pick up food for her. Bring the tea and water, and remember to follow up in time. Jiang Huai blinked. It feels like an upgrade. The old saying is still true. When there are 3 of us together, one of them must be the fucking teacher. Remember. It's all knowledge, Jiang Huai, you have to remember it. I will open a tea tasting class when I have the chance in the future. It will all be money. Then open a tea art class. Oh my god, I don't even dare to think about it. This requires more money. Half an hour later. In the restaurant. 2 men surrounding a woman. There was an indescribable ambiguity in the atmosphere. Come, Meng Meng, try the scrambled eggs with tomatoes that I made. They are absolutely delicious. Look at Gui Yulong picking up food for himself. Qin Meng Meng smiled happily, her eyes narrowed into slits, and her arm rubbed Gui Yulong intentionally or unintentionally. Thank you, Brother Long. You are so thoughtful. I am so happy for you, Torn. She has you to take care of her. Unlike me, I can only feel sorry for myself. Meng Meng, I don't allow you to talk about yourself like that. Jiang Huai slapped the table hard. Don't talk about Gui Yulong. Qin Meng Meng was shocked. Meng Meng, come and try it. This is my fried pork and chili sauce. It must be better than his. Hear what Jiang Huai said. Gui Yulong was unhappy. Her face turned red with anger. Jiang Huai, I have given you a lot of face, don't be shameless. Meng Meng, this fish is also steamed by me, we won't eat his. Qin Meng Meng was sandwiched in the middle, watching the amount of food in the bowl increase. Seems at a loss. You, stop fighting. No way. What is the plot now? Dog bites dog. Isn't this her favorite part? Look. They have already fought over me. To gain my favor. They were biting each other hard. Gradually they will become inseparable from me. While you are still fighting each other. Little did I know that I was standing in the atmosphere and watching. It feels so good to be in control of the overall situation. You guys fight yours. I'll take a bite first. The salt didn't dissolve. Uncertain. Take another bite. Chapter 11, White-Haired Witch Mu Chuyang. Qin Meng Meng ate some fried tomatoes with salt. His face turned green. Jiang Huai rushed to the kitchen immediately. He brought a cup of warm water and approached Qin Meng Meng. Her face was full of worry. Meng Meng, are you okay? Did you choke on your food? Drink some water. I chilled the water for you before dinner. The temperature is just right now. Besides being thoughtful, what else can praise me? Qin Meng Meng took the water. He drank it all in one breath. She also smiled at Jiang Huai. Thank you, Jiang Huai, you are so considerate. Thank you, but my face is still green. Gui Yulong frowned like a child who had made a mistake. I used the hand that had cut the pepper to wipe my eyes, forcing them to turn red. Meng Meng, what's wrong? Is it that the scrambled eggs I made are not tasty? It's all my fault. If it doesn't taste good, let's not eat it. I won't be sad at all, really not. Qin Meng Meng swallowed. Gradually put on a smiling face. How could that be? I've never eaten such delicious scrambled eggs. But Brother Yulong, are you crying? It's really that delicious. Of course it's true. I'm so happy you said that. If it's delicious, eat more. Jiang Huai looked at Gui Yulong, and directly picked up the plate and filled Qin Meng Meng with food. He looked at Qin Meng Meng again and put food into his mouth in big mouthfuls. Numb, completely numb. He is one step away from an Oscar statuette. It seems like we're one step further away. As a professional actor, the most important thing is not to laugh. But, damn it, who can hold it together? Let us be honest. Qin Meng Meng's professional skills are simply first class. Gui Yulong's ability to fool people is also first rate. First class meets first class. Just their whole thing, double first class. Qin Mengmeng took a deep breath and glanced at Jiang Huai. Jiang Huai was still the first to bring a glass of water. This made Qin Mengmeng very pleased. Every time she just needs a look, Jiang Huai will know what to do. Doesn't he? This just prove that Jiang Huai has been secretly observing me. This is not real love. How could it be done so meticulously? Jiang Huai is really good at licking. In comparison, Wei Yulong is really a nerd and a playful person. Compared with Jiang Huai, it is a huge difference. Leave the community. Jiang Huai took the bus to Dongshiku Street. It was mid-afternoon and there were not many people on the bus. The air conditioning was turned on very high. Jiang Huai sighed while sitting in the back seat. They are all crazy. I was acting all morning and I was almost dead from exhaustion. It's true what the saying goes, money is hard to earn, shit is hard to eat. Jiang Huai admires Gui Yulong and Qin Mengmeng from the bottom of his heart. There is no rehearsal in life. There are knowings in daily life. How did this group of birdmen do it? From beginning to end, the emotions, lines, and actions were all done in one go. Especially Qin Mengmeng. That scrambled egg was so salty. The fried meat was so spicy that it was almost on fire. He just ate it all. Not only did he finish eating, he also drank 2 sips of water, crossed his legs, and kept praising it for being delicious. He also said, "Brother, I want more." If today's actors saw this, it's not a fucking science fiction movie. After thinking about it for a while, Jiang Huai felt that among the 3 tenants, probably only the boss of Dingyu might be a normal person. But it's strange. Dingyu. What a big hotel. The boss should be worth at least tens of millions. Why did you rent this small apartment? Jiang Huai just made a brief analysis. The corners of his mouth couldn't help but curve into a mysterious arc. There is only one truth. This girl is keeping a gigolo. And this room is one of their rooms. Damn, those evil rich people. Why didn't you come to me first? Ding. The famous school has completed the binding. Mu Chuyang, 172, 82, 60, 93. Satisfaction with landlord, 10. When the strategy reaches 60 points, you will be rewarded with a set of Yinshi Mansion villas. What? Listen to the system's voice. Jiang Huai froze in place. Lost in thought. Jiang Huai understood something. This system is not meant to save his life at all. Chun Chun came to the mortal world to teach him how to overcome the tribulation. 9 thunder tribulations lead to immortality. There are already 3 of them. Who is Mu Chuyang? That is the legend that she is as famous as Tang Jiani and is one of the 3 beauties of Lin University. No matter the appearance or figure. No distinction between high and low. The only difference is the aura. If you say Tang Jiani is like 10,000 years of ice, anyone who licks her will have their tongue frozen. That Mu Chuyang is the 9 flavors true fire. Anyone who comes close will be scalded to death. A girl's family. She is very young, has dyed white hair, and dresses like a young lady, but she is involved in gang building and openly invites group fights in the playground. Can you imagine a white-haired girl, wearing imperial green earrings, a pearl necklace, and a new Dior dress, standing on the playground? At that age, when the breeze blows the hem of the skirt, it can be so charming. But I'm giving you the middle finger to tell you that you are not good enough in a one-on-one fight, and you don't have enough people in a group fight. Are you so moved that you dare not move? Believe it or not, I can kick you in the temple with a high kick. Rebellion is fine. The problem is, this girl is ranked 2nd in the mathematics department. In a department full of men, there are tens of thousands of believers. Even the teachers turned a blind eye. If Jiang Huai hadn't seen it with his own eyes, he couldn't believe it. Apart from novels, what kind of girl could have all these tags? But now, she became Jiang Huai's tenant. Still a tenant who has to lick. Driver, are we passing the people's hospital? What's wrong with you? Are you feeling uncomfortable? I can stop the car now. No, I want to ask the orthopedic department if I can get a membership. I want to make a quick payment and see if I can get a few steel nails or something. The driver rolled his eyes and turned off the air conditioner. Jiang Huai simply sat back down. Try to comfort yourself. White hair has its advantages. White hair is given to Yinshi Mansion. Her house is bigger than others. The landscaping is also good. And there's a pervert, a top T, and a big sister. All SSRs. Isn't this another kind of good luck in life? Lamenting that life is not easy. Jiang Huai's phone vibrated. There are new friend requests on WeChat. Application remarks, ding you boss lady. What you fear will come to you. Jiang Huai wiped the sweat off his hands, clicked to accept, and added a note. White-haired witch Mu Chuyang, transfer 40,000. White-haired witch Mu Chuyang, I'll give you this much first, and will tell you later if it's not enough. Hiss. Jiang Huai exited the chat. Then I looked at my daily chats with my mother. Confirmed it. Well, although the chat template is the same, the transfer amount is different. Mom is missing 2 zeros. Confirmed, Mu Chuyang, it's not my mom who acted this. Click to receive. Mu Chuyang paid 40,000 yuan for the room, and got 100 times the return. For million received. Looking at the money on the bank card, Jiang Huai felt warm in his heart. It turns out that only money can heal the wounds in people's hearts. Mu Chuyang had just arrived, so Jiang Huai didn't dare to lick her forcefully. Plan to wait and see. Licking according to the symptoms. Jiang Huai, okay, got it. I wish the boss a happy life and prosperous business. After typing a line, Jiang Huai was ready to put down his phone. The news came again. White-haired witch Mu Chuyang, you are so cheap. Jack. Another pervert. Jiang Huai, what do you mean by that? Why do you start cursing right away? White-haired witch Mu Chuyang, I didn't scold you, I just told you the truth. I think you are quite interesting. You are so mean. Do you call everyone boss? Aunt Qing said you are a college student. Where do you go to school? Jiang Huai, Linjiang University. Mu Chuyang, what a coincidence, I am also from Linjiang University. I am a junior this year and should be your senior. Call me sister. Jiang Huai, sister. Mu Chuyang, ha 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 ha, you are really cheap. Jiang Huai was helpless, it's not over yet, right? If I didn't see that you were a tenant and it would be profitable. Mu Chuyang, transfer 1,000. Mu Chuyang, I'm in a good mood, take the flowers. Jiang Huai, sister, you are really good at judging people. Jiang Huai was receiving the money while pounding his thigh in anger. Damn, is this what a rich person is? How abominable. Why aren't there more rich people like this around us? Chapter 12, Full of Love. White-haired witch Mu Chuyang, little bastard, which department are you from? The English department. White-haired witch Mu Chuyang, damn, you are from the English department. To be honest, I don't have a good impression of your English department. Why? Hey, by the way, what's your name? I came back to play with you. Hiss. Jiang Huai pondered. Depend on. Jiang Huai sighed. Jiang Huai silently opened the map and searched for the People's Hospital. Great, it only costs 15 bucks to take a taxi. Or you could go check it out. Who the hell can understand this? I haven't even met the tenant yet. As a result, they come up and beat you up. Jiang Huai was depressed. What sin did I commit in my previous life? System, can I stop renting it to her? The system stipulates that once a tenant is bound, unless the tenant dies, the tenant can only be released if he/she is satisfied and gets 100 points. I choose A, let the client die on his own initiative. You were chosen. A villa area. A dozen guys in black suits and white shirts. Bustling around the room. Carefully load the furniture into the car. It attracted a lot of people to watch. What kind of moving company is this? They are so professional. I will choose them next time. Hammer's Moving Company, these are all members of the Murong Association. Hey, did the polite person over there see that? That's the president of the Murong Association, Murong Yunqian. Yes, yes, yes. I've seen his daughter before. She's pretty and polite. Last time, she took my 80-year-old lady to collect eggs on her motorcycle. 3 of her dentures were scraped off along the way. President, all the young lady's furniture has been moved. Murong Yunqian pushed his glasses, took out a stack of red envelopes, and stuffed them into the suit-wearing young man in front of him. Thank you for your hard work in delivering the goods to the prestigious school. Take this money and divide it among the brothers. President, we don't need it. TSK, take it, it's what brothers should do. The man hesitated and nodded. He greeted people and drove away in the van. The Maybach and a pink motorcycle were left parked side by side at the door. Murong Yunqian straightened his collar and sighed. Entered the room. The room was empty and smelled of dust. The girl was lying in a rocking chair in front of the French window, looking at the phone seriously. Mu Chuyang was wearing a white dress with the straps sliding down her arms, revealing her delicate and enchanting collarbone. Her white hair covered her eyelashes, hiding her eyes but not her flawless handsomeness. Yang. Hey, Lao Deng, please stop trying to persuade me. I can't possibly go home, and I can't possibly help you manage our family. There are more than 20 construction teams, a dozen pawn shops, 5 battlefields, and 3 docks. Do you know that at school, they all call me Big Sister? I'm such a gentle girl, how can I be like a big sister? You've led me astray. Humph. Seeing Mu Chuyang getting angry, Murong Yunqian also lost his rhythm. Lao Deng could only nod his head and say yes. What did the girl do wrong? The girl has grown up and has her own ideas. As a father, he can't always force his precious daughter. What a father should do is to protect his daughter's safety in secret. If my daughter wants stars, she should pick stars. If you want the moon, look for the moon. You want a pretty boy. I wonder who the hell dares to come. Yang, I know you owe the bank for $1 million, and I happen to have some change in the car for you. Who asked you to give me money? I don't want your money. Do you look down on me? Do you think I can't pay it back? I've already said that I want to be self-reliant. Don't come to me if you have nothing to do in the future. Otherwise, my employees will see me and think I'm a parasite. Lao Deng, tell me, am I a parasite? How could that be? Our Yang has been an independent girl since she was young. She is the pride of her father. That is. Mu Chuyang ignored her father and continued to fiddle with her phone. The note on the phone is, Xiao Jianjian, and there is another message. Xiao Jianjian, me. My name is Ju Chao, the son of the most handsome man in the English department. That's right, it's me. Phew. Mu Chuyang couldn't help it. Laugh out loud. The eyes are like a slit, with a rare sweetness. I don't know where Aunt Ching found this amazing landlord, who would claim to be someone else's son. But it sounds a bit mean, but you know what, it's quite interesting. Murong Yunqian, who was standing by, watched his daughter smile so happily. Don't understand why? A sudden pain in the heart. Who is Yang chatting with? What did the person on the phone say? Why is Yang smiling so happily? Is it more joyful than talking to my father? Could it be, is it a man? Yang, is there any boy you like at school recently? No. Dry. Still a young man in society. Yang, although daddy is a bit long-winded, you are in adolescence now, and men are not as simple as you think. Stay away from those with blonde hair, those who like to ride motorcycles, and those who like to smoke. Mu Chuyang lifted her hair, looked at her father carefully, and smiled strangely. Isn't that the younger you are? Okay, Lao Deng, my character is a career woman. I'm not interested in relationships. I was just chatting with the new landlord. He's a male, a college student, in his early 20s, and his name is Ju Chao. I've told you everything, so don't ask any more questions. I'm leaving now. Mu Chuyang snorted lightly. I confessed everything before my father tortured me. He walked away with his head held high. Like a little hero who defeated the boss. My best breath. 2 minutes later. Murong Yunqian came out of the room and got into the back seat of the Maybach. President, the young lady has left on a motorcycle. I have already made arrangements for the prestigious school. Yes. Murong Yunqian nodded, his eyes solemn. I remember that the information said the owner of the house was named Jiang Huai. Why did Yang just say the landlord was named Ju Chao? Hiss. President, some people are used to registering legal persons, household heads, etc. under other people's names. If there is a problem, they can get away with it. That makes sense. Find that guy named Ju Chao. I have something to ask him. Well, should I invite you or? Nonsense, what are we doing? In Linjiang, if the King of Heaven comes and I don't give him cigarettes, do you think he can get through? The person in the passenger seat lowered his head and dared not speak. Contrast, what a contrast. The president is like a daughter slave in front of his daughter. Once you go out, you are the king. It's really cute. Hey Chowsy, what do you want to eat tonight? Your father will bring it to you. Really? Godfather, I want to eat pizza, and if possible, add some spaghetti bolognese. No problem. Let Lao Zhang and see you wait. Dad will treat us tonight. Leave a message. Jiang Hui looked at the route. The bus still has 3 stops to go. There is a Domino's on Dongshiku Street. Can we avoid the bloody disaster? It depends on whether this pizza can fill Chowsy's stomach. Jiang Hui really didn't expect this. He has signed the rental contract. Mu Chuyang actually didn't know who the landlord was. But think about it carefully. Mu Chuyang has to be a good student, take care of his younger brothers, and be a boss. A total time management master. Small things like renting a house. I guess the assistant is in charge of it. Mu Chuyang was too full to care just to look at the name of the community. Just note the house number. A landlord's name. She was too lazy to know. Everything is perfect. Superboy. To repay your kindness. As a father, he bought pizza for everyone. What is the difference between this and hugging everyone just to hug you? Full of love. Don't sell it out to your father. Chapter 13 Sincerity is the sharpest weapon. We have arrived at Dongshiku. The bus announcement sounded. Jiang Hui tugged at his clothes and got out of the car. The heat was raging outside the car. It made him sweat profusely. East Market entrance. Also known as Linjiang Taiku Li. High-end antique commercial street. There are many first-tier luxury stores. There are crowds of people all day long. Not buying anything, just strolling. Barley Beiqian is the most popular cake studio in Linjiang. The store is inside. Hello, Madam Boss. I'm here for the interview as I said before, Xiao Jiang. Jiang Hui pushed open the door and sniffed. The room was filled with the aroma of bread. It makes people feel happy. Inside the bar, a woman was fiddling with bread. See Jiang Hui. The woman took off her mask and apron and found a seat by the window. On the matter of interview. Whether it is the interviewer or their boss, they all like to get straight to the point. Let me introduce myself. I'm the owner of this store. You can call me Sister Momo. Xiao Jiang, why do you want to work in our store? A girl is allergic to vegetable butter. I promised her that I would work in the best bakery in Linjiang, so that she can eat the best bread in Linjiang every week. The question that Momo had thought of was inexplicably stuck in her mouth. The best bakery in Linjiang. And it's for feelings. This child speaks so sincerely. So, what is your expected salary? Jiang Hui frowned, looking very embarrassed. Sister Momo, to be honest, I am a boy who knows nothing. You still want to give me money, I feel ashamed to accept it. And I came here with the attitude of learning. How can you learn something without paying for it? Of course, who wouldn't want to make money? I'll be happy no matter how much you give me. Really? Do you really think so? Of course it's true. Jiang Hui's eyes sparkled. Staring straight at Sister Momo. The latter looked a little embarrassed and his cheeks turned red. Momo's heart is melting. How could there be such a sensible child in this world who attaches so much importance to feelings? To be honest, there were many people coming for the interview. Some of them have been engaged in this business for many years. But Momo feels that none of them are as good as Xiao Jiang. This child. There is light in the eyes. It is simple, sincere, and most importantly, affectionate. For the girls, I do this. It gives people the feeling that if I don't accept you, I'll be damned. But, he has no experience. Will it be a burden? Sister Momo. I know you may be a little confused. After all, I don't know anything about this business, and I am here to learn from you. But I can list a few benefits you can get from me. Oh? Tell me. First, I can make everyone happy at work, and the cakes made in this way will definitely be delicious. How to be happy? Momo had never thought of this reason. Jiang Hui looked at Sister Momo carefully, showing his 8 teeth, and smiled brightly. I don't know the specific reason, but I've been sighing since I walked in. I've never seen a boss lady with such fair skin. Just standing there, she's like a daisy in the bleak autumn, giving people a warm feeling from the sun. If there really is a reason, it's probably because Sister Momo is really beautiful. I can't think of any reason why I wouldn't be happy working with someone like you. Momo turned her face away, only to feel Jiang Huai's burning eyes, and she didn't dare to look him in the eye. But how could that be? She is already an aunt in her late 40s. Although it usually costs a lot of money to maintain. But why did I feel a little embarrassed after hearing what this child said? Momo, don't be so embarrassed. But this child spoke so sincerely. How could it be a lie? Momo lowered her head, clutched the hem of her skirt, and forced herself to remain calm. But Xiaojiang, you also said that this is my fault, not you who made people happy. Jiang Hui smiled as always. Sister Momo, are you happy now? Be happy. Momo. My heart, which was already in turmoil, was now further surging. Momo wanted to lie. But the body won't allow it. Just say the word, happy. I actually felt a sense of shame. Although Momo doesn't want to admit it. But she just had the illusion that Jiang Hui had seen through her completely. This child could sense all her thoughts. Still subtly, constantly teasing them. When did it all start? Damn, so shameful. But, so happy. Momo calmed down a little and kept drawing circles on the rim of the cup with her fingers. Xiaojiang, you can start work today, and you will stay by my side from now on. Come on. Okay, Momo-san, but Momo-san, I may not be able to come on Saturday and Sunday. Because on weekends, you have to be with the one you love the most, right? This child. What is the interview about? Is it difficult? Jiang Hui doesn't think so. He only remembered when facing Sister Momo. It's just 30% bootlicking and 70% sincerity. Lu Zun said it well. Sincerity is the sharpest weapon. Xiaojiang, you speak so nicely and are so handsome, you must have dated a lot of people. No, Sister Momo, few people would like me. At school, they all call me a bootlicker. A dog licker. You are not a dog licker, you are clearly a little wolf licker. Making a cake is more difficult than Jiang Hui imagined. For example, learning how to decorate flowers. Jiang Hui looked at Sister Momo's hand. With pink nails, steady as an old dog. The flowing clouds and water are as beautiful as a painting. Looking at my hands again, they look like I have Parkinson's disease. If you're not careful, a lump will come out. Momo's sister, covering her mouth and laughing. Xiaojiang, come here and hold my hand. I will lead you. Jiang Hui looked at Momo's cheeks, which turned a rosy red. Keep calm. Almost 40 years old. Can open a store in this place. Saying such ambiguous words. Jiang Hui doesn't believe Sister Momo, he is simply naive. The boys are outside. You must learn to protect yourself. Especially a sweet and soft boy like him. More attention should be paid. Big sister, they are all cannibals. What a pity for Sister Momo. I am a man with bottom line and male ethics. Unless, you are my tenant. Okay, Xiaojiang, let's stop here for today's study. Can you drive? I will. I'll get the certificate the year I take the college entrance exam. Okay. Momo took out a cake box from the refrigerator. I have to ship out the goods this afternoon. You can drive my car to deliver the cakes to the customers. There are also new products in the store, bring one to the customer. Guarantee to complete the task. Jiang Hui took the cake box, took the Panamera car keys, and looked at the note on the box. Prestigious school, Ms. Mu, phone number. Dry. It can't be such a coincidence. Prestigious university. Is there anyone with the surname Mu? Sister Momo, can I take the little cake I just made? Sure. Chapter 14 Manual MIC Muting. The earth is a circle. The disaster you have avoided will always come back to you in unexpected ways. JAC is sitting in the Panamera. Sighed. I understand. He just entered his cell phone number and checked. Ms. Mu's corresponding WeChat. Not someone else. It's the white-haired witch Mu Chuyang. Now that things have happened. It's not a big deal if you keep developing slowly. Didn't Mona Lisa say that you can't get a tiger cub without risking it? Think about it. Jiang Hui drove back to the prestigious university. Prestigious university. Mu Chuyang jumped onto the sofa barefoot. The light is shining on her cheeks and her white hair, set off by the white dress, infinitely magnifies her girlish look. Hey, Xiaoxi, I knew that my little brother and the others were all unreliable. Those pig brains in my family can only pull things over. I am not satisfied with the way they are placed, and I have to do it myself. They actually hid my black and white headshot in the bookshelf. Please, such a good photo should be hung on the wall. There was silence on the other end of the phone. Yang Yang, are you still planning to buy some flowers? As expected of you, Xiaoxi, you understand me the best. I passed by the flower shop and wanted to buy some. There are yellow and white ones. How beautiful. There was silence on the other end of the phone again. We are all ordinary people. You can't impose your extraordinary aesthetics on others. They can't get it. Mu Chuyang nodded involuntarily. Xiaoxi, you are still the best to listen to. It would be great if I had more people like you around me. Mu Chuyang looked at the group photo on the TV cabinet. I really miss the past. In the group photo, the white-haired girl and the red-haired girl are sitting side by side. The red-haired girl has deep eye sockets, three-dimensional facial features, and blue pupils that embellish her angelic beauty. She is as beautiful as a character in an animation. Ding Xiaoxi was until he was 14 years old. They all live in the same villa area as Mu Chuyang. He is Mu Chuyan's all-round competitor. And the only friend. When she was a child, Mu Chuyang didn't understand. How can anyone be born with red hair? I always feel that I am not as outspoken as Xiaoxi. So I dyed it white. The result was dyed white that holiday. Xiaoxi's whole family has moved away. Returned to her father's hometown. Also from that summer. Mu Chuyang felt that the world had become much more boring. Xiaoxi, I'm so bored without you. No one sleeps with me. Their voice on the phone was still weak, without any emotion. Yang Yang, don't say that, people will think there's something wrong with our tendencies. Science has proven that boys are a great cure for the spirit for people like you. Mu Chuyang blinked. She promised. During the first 10 seconds of silence, I didn't understand what Ding Xiaoxi meant. And the moment of understanding. Mu Chuyang opened her mouth wide. Xiaoxi, you can't. The person on the other end of the phone coughed twice. This is all from the books. When a man and a woman are together, they secrete a hormone that makes you feel comfortable and sleepy. Mu Chuyang rolled her eyes. She should have known. That guy Ding Xiaoxi is just an emotionless machine. I know nothing about that at all. What about you, Yang Yang? Did you do that thing with that guy? Are you okay? Puff. Mu Chuyang's face turned green. Who in the world can cure her? It must be Ding Xiaoxi. Ding Xiaoxi, after all these years, you still speak without giving any face. And? What do you mean by beep? Manually mute the mic. Who did you learn these unclean things from? Mu Chuyang cleared her throat. I have countless younger brothers around me, but I don't have anyone I like. But I recently got a new landlord, he's a bitch, it's very interesting. You want to sleep with him? Mu Chuyang was speechless. Mu Chuyang is upset. Can you chat? I just said he was interesting. How interesting? How interesting? It's hard to say for Mu Chuyang either. Although I know the landlord's name is Ju Chao, I have never met him in person and have only chatted with him for a few minutes. He can make me laugh with just a few words. Ding Xiaoxi, he wants to sleep with you? He wants to be my brother-in-law. Hello? What do you mean, brother-in-law? Why do you fall asleep right after you get here? How come Ding Xiaoxi went abroad for several years? My brain circuits are becoming more and more abnormal. I told you so long ago. If you go out for too long, your brain will get damaged. Look at this, it's obvious that there's a bed growing in his brain. Isn't it? According to the setting, there is only one person out of 10,000 who can make you happy. So according to the principle that like repels like and opposites attract, one of you and him must want to sleep with the other. Is that what you said? But. Shit. Mu Chuyang didn't know what was wrong. Her cheeks felt hot. She hated Ding Xiaoxi the most. She always spoke in a set way and it made so much sense. Forget it, I won't tell you. How can you know what my settings are? Humph. Mu Chuyang pouted her cheeks and patted her head gently. She hated the feeling of being seen through. Besides, how can it be because of a person who is so mean? Just say she is interested in people. This is crazy. Who would like someone like Xiao Jianjian? Isn't that just being shameless? Mu Chuyang just put down her phone. By chance the door rang. Mu Chuyang knew. The cake that I ordered must have arrived. Even though it's just a simple move. But there must still be a sense of ceremony. Wait, it's coming. The door opens. It was the first time for Jiang Huai to observe Mu Chuyang at such a close distance. There was no fragrance on Mu Chuyang's body. Clean and tidy. His entire aura was white, just like his clothes and hair. It exudes a spotless feeling. Jiang Huai didn't expect this either. The word spotless. It can also be used to describe girls. Dear Ms. Mu, this is the one but egg cake you ordered from our store. Please sign for it. Also, this is a new product in our store, please try it. Jiang Huai placed 2 cake boxes on the entrance cabinet. Mission accomplished. Turn around and leave. Before he could take a step forward, his arm was clamped by another hand. Etc. Your mother's name is Jiang Huai, right? Jiang Huai frowned. Snap. Another goddess filter is broken. That is. Among the 3 campus beauties of Lin University, is there no normal one? Search all over the country. Which school beauty says, fuck you, as soon as they meet someone? Have you ever dated a school beauty? Tell us about it. Is it always like this? At this moment, Jiang Huai also knew that he couldn't escape. Girl, do we two know each other? You may not know me, but I know you, the scum of Linder. Jiang Huai was scratching his butt in embarrassment. Miss Mu, there must be some misunderstanding between us. Although I am handsome, there is no need for you to attract my attention in this way. You, fuck. Jiang Huai caught me off guard. Mu Chuyang was furious. It fits the image of the white-haired witch very well. Why did Mu Chuyang recognize Jiang Huai at first sight? Because Gui Yutong posted a post about scumbag men on the Linder forum. Mu Chuyang not only looked at it. And I watched it twice in anger. And the more you look at it, the more it bulges. I even cried at the end. There are all kinds of men these days. Even though the other person clearly doesn't like you, you still cling to him/her. When it causes dissatisfaction to others. Still insist on saying I love you. This isn't fucking love. This is some harassment. When I thought about it, the girl named Gui Yutong was staying well in the room with her boyfriend. But the scumbag broke into their house. Mu Chuyang felt sorry for the girl. This is for a girl. What a huge amount of damage that would cause. Does that scumbag know? How will others see her in the future? What does her partner think of her? Can you make up for these losses? No, you can't. Mu Chuyang took a deep breath. He turned around and went back to the room to get some things, and then came back again. Throw the small paper bag into Jiang Huai's hand. Jiang Huai stretched it out to take a look and was stunned. A whole finger thick of pink banknotes. I'm a rich man. What kind of a trick is this? Miss Mu, this is a tip. This is the medical expense I paid for you. Sugar, eh? Chapter 15 I miss you. Why don't you run? Mu Chuyang was furious. 10 minutes. Jiang Huai stood at the gate with his hands on his chest, like a sandbag. I was beaten for more than 10 minutes. My face was swollen and there was no reaction. This is not the feeling Mu Chuyang wants. She was the one who beat up others. Why does he still have such a sense of moral superiority? Depend on. Are you looking for me to upgrade your defense points? I have my moral bottom line. Jiang Huai frowned, endured the pain, and said in a serious tone. Since I've taken your money, I have to let you do what you want to do. Otherwise. I took this money, I don't feel at ease. Ganlin's mother. Nausea. Looking at Jiang Huai, Mu Chuyang felt nauseous. Who understands? I beat up a guy today. But I feel like my fist has been insulted. You are really a bitch. It's okay, Miss Mu. Napoleon once said, beating is love, scolding is care. I will just treat you as a lover. If you are tired, I can buy you a bottle of Nyo-Z, but I will charge you extra for the errand. What? What's wrong? If you still need anything, I can do it as long as the money is in place. It's numb. Completely numb. Mu Chuyang simply couldn't understand. How can there be such shameless people in the world? It's just cheap to the core. I clearly hit him, but now I feel uncomfortable all over. It feels like being harassed by hooligans. And this gangster was found by himself. I want to vomit. Get lost, take the cake you sent me, and get out of here right away. Don't let me see you in school again. Otherwise, I'll beat you up every time I see you. Bang. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. Mu Chuyang slammed the door and stamped her feet in anger. Look at that bitch outside the door, pick up the cake and walk away in shame. He began to pace around the room again, looking for something to vent. But I couldn't find it for a while. Beating is love, scolding is love. Bar. Oh. I told you before that Napoleon is no good either. What kind of woman in this life must be blind to fall for a bitch like you? Any random landlord would be thousands or tens of thousands times better than him. You are all cheap, you are 100,000 times worse than the little bitch. Etc. Why do you think of the landlord? Mu Chuyang was stunned for a moment. Sit cross-legged on the carpet. Because of the inexplicable thoughts, I felt a little scared. The thought of a man had never entered her mind. Not even her old man. Although Mu Chuyang didn't want to admit it. What Dante Xiaoxi said makes sense. From birth, all the good things in the family were given to me. Even when the second sister was born, she was not left behind either. But even so, there are 10,000 things that can make her happy. I can't find one. Mu Chuyang stared at her phone, looking at the person who had commented, "Little bitch." It feels like there is a little deer in my heart, jumping like crazy. It feels so uncomfortable. It feels like something is about to come out of my brain. Mu Chuyang was a little uncertain. But, little bitch. Could it be that 1 in 10,000 probability? Shift. 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 Back in the car. Thousands of divine beasts were flying through Jiang Huai's heart. He just said he wouldn't come, he wouldn't come. Must come. Now, I've made a lot of money. Jiang Huai lifted up his clothes and looked at the wounds on his body. Let us be honest. Mu Chuyang's sister is really ruthless. A left hook, then a right hook, it looked like they were practiced. But fortunately, my abdominal muscles are still there. But the cake is wasted. But after this, the campus beauty of Mu University should not trouble me again, right? What is the purpose of your visit this time? Jiang Huai didn't forget. It's to find out what Mu Chuyang thinks of him. Only after you have determined your opinion can you formulate a licking method. But the fact is, misunderstandings may disappear with time. But Mu Chuyang can't do that. Because his punching speed is faster than time. Wow. Like raindrops. Who can stand this? He said 3 sentences in total. Mu Chuyang directly took out the money and beat herself up. Someone like this who has violent tendencies and is still generous. When my mother was a child, she never let him play with others. It's impossible to lick it closely. Can only flirt from a distance. So those disgusting words. Jiang Huai did it on purpose. Jiang Huai just wanted to make Mu Chuyang feel sick the moment she thought of him. She's such a beautiful girl. Why would you get close to something disgusting? The further you are from me, the safer I am. As for the licking thing, the landlord's name is Ju Chao. What does he have to do with Jiang Huai? Oh my god, your dad is so damn smart. Bite. Jiang Huai's phone flashed on the screen. White-haired witch, little bastard, what are you doing? I'm reading. White-haired witch, you love studying so much, what kind of book are you reading? Dog licker quotes. I am often sad because I don't work hard enough. I always wonder why everyone else is a pig and I can't get any good cabbage. The other party is typing. 10 seconds. No news. Jiang Huai could feel that Mu Chuyang seemed to be smiling. The white-haired witch, little bastard, are you so eager to learn? I'm in a bad mood, so I'm giving you a chance. When I'm in a good mood, there will be a reward. Hiss. Jiang Huai adjusted the seat and found a comfortable position. If you say this, then I won't be sleepy anymore. Jiang Huai, sister, I'm actually reading a story book. Do you want to listen to my story? Mu Chuyang, come. Jiang Huai, once upon a time, a little pig told a little dog that behind the mountain, there was a kind of very delicious strawberry. Once you eat it, your whole body will turn pink. The puppy was very curious, So he searched all the fruits in the back hills, but he still couldn't find the kind that the piglet said. So the puppy asked the piglet what kind of strawberry that was. Mu Chuyang, how should I know? Jiang Huai, the piglet said, that species is called, Miss Me, remember Miss Mu, did you miss me? Inputting. Bayou. An invisible bullet hit Mu Chuyang right between the eyebrows. Mu Chuyang covered her face with her hands. Keep shaking your head. It's over, why is it so hot? Am I sick? Why can't I erase Xiao Jianjian's name from my mind? Mu Chuyang picked up the phone tremblingly. Type and delete and type again. He started chewing his fingers angrily. Do you miss me? Do I miss you? Damn it, he won't know I'm thinking about him. Mu Chuyang quickly shook her head. Who misses him? How could I, the great Mu Chuyang, miss a little bitch like you? Mu Chuyang carefully typed a few lines. How could I miss you? There are so many people chasing after me that they can line up at the airport. What a lousy story you're telling. It's so unpleasant. Transfer 1000. Xiao Jianjian, the transfer has been accepted. Xiao Jianjian, I understand, senior sister. For your health, I won't tell you these little stories anymore. Mu Chuyang frowned. Urgent. She didn't mean that. You don't think your story is worth 1,000, do you? Tell it again. Xiao Jianjian, no, senior sister, you can only listen to one story a day. If you listen to too many, you will become numb. I will tell you tomorrow night, okay? No. The other party is typing. Little bastard, good boy. Mu Chuyang. Mu Chuyang. Bullets shot out from the screen. It hit Mu Chuyang right in the chest. And constantly. Why? Mu Chuyang stood there in a daze. Why should he ask me to be good? Who does he think he is? Mu Chuyang clenched her fists and punched in the air. Mu Chuyang was furious. Mu Chuyang tilted her head and glanced at Wai. Just because of one word, my whole body started to itch. What the hell is this kind of crappy air conditioner? Why is the room still so hot even though it's set to 16 degrees? Eat some fruit, yes, eat some fruit to cool down. Mu Chuyang opened the refrigerator door. Damn it, who filled the refrigerator with strawberries? Who would like to eat this kind of thing? Chapter 16. It's not coming from me, is it? 5 minutes. Jiang Huai stared at his phone. Mu Chuyang still didn't reply. But, typing, has jumped 5 minutes. This girl doesn't know that WeChat has this function. Across the screen. Jiang Huai felt a little embarrassed for Mu Chuyang. After spending some time with Qin Mengmeng. Meet Mu Chuyang again. To be honest, Jiang Huai is really not used to it. Although Mu Chuyang's fighting power is off the charts. But it's too simple. It's just as simple as her own aura. It seems very deterrent. But after seeing through it, it's just a blank sheet of paper. You write something on a blank piece of paper and she thinks that is what it is. Just listen to the wind and believe it is rain. Almost all of what is in my heart is written on my face. When in the corridor, Mu Chuyang told him to get out, puffing his beard and glaring with murderous intent. That's anger. But on WeChat, there is a hint of arrogance in angry words. Obviously said my story sucks. But give me money. Finally, keep listening. This is a contradictory operation. You can tell at first glance that he has never experienced the pain of love. No acting skills at all. No pulling at all. Just a little teasing makes my heart surge. If you are not controlled, who will be controlled? Every part of Mu Chuyang's body is top-notch. The emotional intelligence is negative. For this kind of little girl who is ignorant of emotions. Just a little effort. Sprinkle a handful of fine bran. They could no longer eat any whole grains. Spending a lifetime searching for the taste of the past. In the end, you can only kill your yearning for beauty with your own hands. Only then can you be liberated. Otherwise, they will be trapped by themselves. As expected of you, Jiang Huai, you can come up with famous quotes whenever you open your mouth. Mu Chuyang's satisfaction score, +10. Here it comes. Counting these 10 points, Mu Chuyang has 20 points. The revolution has not yet succeeded, we still have to lick it. Come on, come on, come on. Jiang Huai clenched his fists and cheered himself up. He loosened his collar and glanced at the cake beside him. Mu Chuyang, get it. Let us move on to the next item. On the windowsill, next to the desk, Tang Jiani changed into a dark green silk pajamas. The entire upper body is placed on the table. In front of him was a copy of On Business Warfare. A cold face, wearing gold-rimmed glasses. It's even colder than the air from an air conditioner. Aha! The phone vibrated. Tang Jiani frowned when she saw Jiang Huai's ID. Jiang Huai, Miss Tang, are you home? I brought you some delicious food. Tang Jiani pressed the pen twice with her slender fingers, making a click. The frown deepens. What did you tell me to shout? Did you forget? You brainless thing. The door code is, come in by yourself. Tang Jiani closed the book, looking unhappy. Why when you are alone? There are always some people who like to break in. Disrupt her routine. The combination lock outside the room rang. Tang Jiani walked out of the room. At the front door, Jiang Huai was holding a cake with a smile on his face. My face looks a little swollen. His handsome looks dropped a few points. Tang Jiani became even angrier. Did I ask you to come? Jiang Huai was stunned for a moment and shook his head. No. Then what are you doing? Jiang Huai made sufficient mental preparations before coming up. The result is still numb. If we talk about perverts, it has to be my dear Tang. I am the strongest starting from zero frame. Honey, when I was passing by Dongshiku, I saw a very popular cake recently and thought you would like it, so I bought it for you. Jiang Huai felt that since he was so considerate, Tang Jiani shouldn't be mean to him. But it's not. Tang Jiani didn't care what he said at all. She came close to him, raised his chin with her slender fingers, and said in a frighteningly cold voice. I'm asking you, why did you come? Jack. No one has ever said that Tang Jiani is anything but a pervert. Still deaf. I think he has already explained it. Forget it, since someone asked, I'll explain it again. Jiang Huai kept smiling and spoke in a gentle tone. Dear, when I passed by Dongshiku. Tang Jiani glanced at Jiang Huai's face. When he saw Jiang Huai, he was still explaining seriously. The impatience on his face became even more serious. Directly interrupted Jiang Huai's words. You think you know me? Did I ever say I wanted to eat cake? Who do you think you are? Is it your turn to teach me what I like to eat? You lowly thing. The extent of Tang Jiani's perversion. It's more serious than Jiang Huai imagined. Explanations don't seem to work. What about an apology? Jiang Huai lowered his head, like a child who had made a mistake, his tone full of grievance. I was too presumptuous and helped my dear choose the food. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I won't dare to do that again. Jiang Huai finished speaking. Tang Jiani's expression eased a lot. This kind of humble expression in front of her is what she wants. Tang Jiani put her hand on top of his head. Start rubbing it hard. When Jiang Huai looked up again, the unhappiness on Tang Jiani's face had disappeared. It's like a fucking magic trick. Good boy, don't do this again next time. Jiang Huai's eyes lit up. Okay, dear. Turbulence at the door. That's how it ends. Tang Jiani returned to her room. Jiang Huai sat on the sofa and reviewed the situation. Judging from the behavior just now, Tang Jiani should be an extremely strong person. She doesn't allow anyone to disobey her. You can't override her ideas. So what he just wanted was not an explanation at all. Instead, he just bowed his head and admitted that he was wrong. What she likes is to be in control of the initiative. As long as you show weakness in front of her, she will let you off. Hiss. That shouldn't be called leniency. Who needs her to show leniency? Dry. But at the moment, Jiang Huai felt that none of this mattered. What's important? Is Tang Jiani really planning to get a dog? Jiang Huai looked around the room. There is a huge doghouse in the corner of the living room. There is also a mattress in the doghouse. Whose dog is this? It's so big. Damn, being a rich man's dog. So cool. Jiang Huai was thinking about it. Tang Jiani came out of the bedroom. He held a patent leather box in his hands. The logo on the box was so eye-catching that Jiang Huai could recognize it at a glance. It was a top luxury product. Tang Jiani moved to the dining table and chair, crossing her legs, her toes round and plump, this time in starry purple. A little playful. Tang Jiani waved to Jiang Huai. Jiang Huai naturally came in front of Tang Jiani. What can I do for you, dear? Jiang Huai looked at Tang Jiani and took out the necklace from the small box. Dry. It's actually gold. Is this the happiness of rich people? I don't wear it myself, I give it to others. It turns out that I can't become a rich man, mainly because I don't have a broad vision. Jiang Huai bent his knees slightly to make it easier for Tang Jiani to put it on him. A man's knees are made of gold. After all, this gold was given by Tang Jiani. Does it look good? Jiang Huai looked at it and found his name on it. My head was buzzing and it almost exploded. I've heard that it's a flower that rich people play with. Who knew it would be so colorful? Damn pervert. Damn, is there no bottom line? Wait until you have enough satisfaction points. The first one tells you to get out. Jiang Huai nodded. My dear, you are so good to me. I love so much. I'm glad you like it. Go clean up your room. Good. Chapter 17. Is it wrong? Tang Jiani calmed down. It's really beautiful. Dark green pajamas, with only one button fastened. Their whole person sank into the sofa. Just a little breath in and out while staring at the TV. It's enough to make people fall. This is totally inconsistent with physics knowledge. Newton was right. The more beautiful something is, the more dangerous it is. Jiang Huai stood in front of the huge doghouse. While looking at Tang Jiani watching TV, he was thinking. Will the owner of the doghouse also have a high-end custom brand? Is there also a title for him, the most handsome man in Lin University? There is no such coincidence in the world. Right? Am I good looking? Why do you keep looking at me? Tang Jiani asked out of the blue. Jiang Huai heard the question and answered seriously. Nice. Did I allow you to watch it? I'm sorry. I was wrong. Dry. Damn pervert. What a good-looking hammer. Take a picture secretly. I can sell your photos for money, believe it or not. Jiang Huai lowered his head and continued to organize the things on hand. But I have to sigh. This mattress is really comfortable. During the Chinese New Year, Jiang Huai had just moved into a new home with his parents, and his parents also bought a new rubber mattress for his dog house. Lying on it feels like floating in the clouds. Jiang Huai felt that the mat was invincible. Compare the results with this one. There is simply no comparison. His is at most a cumulonimbus cloud. The one in front of you is the cloud supporting the Lingxia Palace. No wonder some people, who are so rich, still fight over mattresses when they get divorced. If it were him, he would also try to grab it, and even if he couldn't grab it, he would split it in half. I can't sleep, so you can't sleep either. At the side, Tang Jiani took a sip of water and looked at Jiang Huai, who looked aggrieved and gloomy. I wondered if I had spoken too harshly just now. Jiang Huai just took a look, it's no big deal. But soon, Tang Jiani gave up the idea. She gave the money. To put it bluntly, Jiang Huai's self-esteem has been bought by itself. Why should I have concerns? Isn't the purpose of buying him to be scolded? Understand this. Tang Jiani's anger flared up again. Yeah, as long as it's in this room. The man in front of me should seek my opinion on everything he says and does. Why does he act so presumptuous even after receiving the money? Why does she have to consider other people's thoughts even though she gave the money? Jiang Huai. Honey. I'm here. Jiang Huai just built the doghouse. I was frightened to the point of breaking out in a cold sweat. What the hell is going on? He has just apologized. Jiang Huai stopped what he was doing. Look, Tang Jiani enters the bedroom barefoot again. Goosebumps all over my body. Just now, Tang Jiani conjured up a necklace from the bedroom. This time, there won't be anything good, right? Wait for Tang Jiani to come back. Jiang Huai's eyes went dark. Depend on. He actually guessed it right. Tang Jiani stood in front of Jiang Huai. When she smiles, there is a kind of eerie beauty. Jiang Huai took 2 steps back. Tang Jiani had a stern face and spoke in a cold tone. Do you feel that you have a say in this room? Do you think that even I have to listen to your opinion? You bitch. If I don't teach you a lesson, you won't learn your lesson. Jack. Wait. Jiang Huai took out his cell phone and quickly glanced at the contract. There is no such clause in the contract. I am your liquor, not your punching bag. Hitting people is against the law. 5,000. No way. 10,000. Impossible. 50,000. Jiang Huai suddenly realized it. Money really can make the world go round. He is such a bottom-line person. I was unexpectedly infected for no apparent reason. JAC uses its bottom line as a guarantee. He knows nothing. Just ask and you can make money. Here he comes. These damn rich people. In the room, Jiang Huai sat on the sofa and looked at Tang Jiani. You don't feel nervous at all. Is this the confidence that money brings? Jiang Huai shook his head and quickly drove away such thoughts. They spent money. He always makes sure the atmosphere is just right. Just in case, just in case. What should we do if people are not satisfied with us? You, don't come over here. If you do that again, I'll scream. Don't treat me like a good guy. Tang Jiani saw Jiang Huai trembling. Satisfied. She just wants to see others surrender. Look at others and fully accept their own ideas. Looking at others hating you and having helpless expressions. Is it wrong? Wrong. Tell me, what went wrong? What the fuck did I do wrong? 10 minutes. 10 full minutes. Jiang Huai hasn't thought of all the things he can buy for less than 50,000 yuan. Wait until you come to your senses again. Tang Jiani was already sweating profusely. Their whole person collapsed on the mattress, forming a big character, and smiled happily. Jiang Huai had seen that smile before. My roommate Liu Xiu has that same expression when he eats something delicious. But when Jiang Huai saw this expression on Tang Jiani's face, he really couldn't understand it. How? Isn't it right to hit someone, gradually unable to suppress the smile on your face? He. I'm gradually becoming perverted. Am I completely crazy? How come Tang Jiani becomes more cheerful the more she's beaten? It really is a pervert. As expected, 50,000 should still be saved. Just think of it as a piece of Lamborghini. Jiang Huai nodded firmly. He stood up, casually broke free from the rope, walked to the wall and turned up the temperature of the central air conditioner. Honey, you're sweating, be careful not to catch a cold if you blow the cool breeze. Tang Jiani was stunned. You are not angry with me. Jack. Jiang Huai was confused again. According to Tang Jiani's train of thought. Now is not the time to yell. Do you think you have the right to control whether I use the air conditioner or not? Did I ask you to turn on the air conditioner? Why did you do that? Who do you think you are? But, why is there nothing? Is this also a period of Buddha's mercy? Jiang Huai pondered, took a few wet wipes from the table, and shook his head. Why should I be angry? You asked for my opinion before we started, and I agreed. Even if I'm angry, I should be angry at myself. Honey, you're sweating, let me wipe it for you. Tang Jiani hasn't come to her senses yet. Jiang Huai's wet wipes were already on her forehead. From the forehead to the cheek, gently down, gently rub the chin, and then rub to the neck and continue down. Tang Jiani's face suddenly turned hot, and she slapped Jiang Huai's hand away. That's enough. This afternoon is my solo time. You have nothing to do here. Get out of here. Then, 50,000. Tang Jiani frowned. He took out his hand and transferred 50,000 yuan in front of Jiang Huai, and also said a word. How shameless. Thanks. Jiang Huai didn't stay long. He changed his shoes, opened the door and went out, but after one foot was already out, he seemed to remember something and turned back. Honey, if you can't finish the cake, just throw it away. It will go bad if left overnight. Roll. With the click of the door, the room returned to silence. Tang Jiani unbuttoned the last button of her clothes. Staring in the direction of the gate, I felt strange. Why? Why do I feel so comfortable in my heart? Chapter 18. What if I joined the game? Jiang Huai walked out and closed the door gently. Seriously, click to receive payment of 50,000. The corner of the mouth is harder to press than the AK of the big circle boy. Cheap. Is it cheap? Jiang Huai didn't think so. Jiang Huai still remembers that his brother who lived next door in the community stayed in an internet company in Shenzhen after graduating from graduate school. I brag about it every time I come back from Chinese New Year. After this year, when the company goes public, I will get a raise, I will get shares, I will become a veteran, I will be in the leadership, and the boss made such a big promise that I couldn't even swallow the porridge I ate every day. But in fact, the monthly salary is only more than 6,000 yuan. I have to work 18 hours a day. Last year, the company went public, and the first thing it did after listing was to lay off all employees over the age of 35 as requested by the major shareholder. Oh no! Now, the brother is still wandering around major companies in Shenzhen, begging for an offer. Everyone is exchanging their bodies for money. Is anyone really meaner than anyone else? If there really is nobility and inferiority. Jiang Huai felt that he was definitely not the despicable one. He can earn 50,000 in 10 minutes. An age of rampant materialism. Status may not be bought with money. But dignity, yes. Just ask that brother, how can you compare with him? Get back in the car. Jiang Huai looked at the 2 cakes left on the passenger seat. There was silence for half a minute. Called Liu Xiu. Hey, Xiu, I'm just shopping in Dongshiku. There are a lot of delicious food here. Is there anything you want your godfather to bring you? Really? Then I want to. Hey, there's a cake shop in Xiu that's really crowded. It must be delicious. I'll bring it back for you. You can pay the bill to your godfather when you get back. That's all. Hang up the phone. Jiang Huai couldn't help but snap his fingers. Done. Once the situation is opened, making money will be as easy as cheating. Tang Jiani's satisfaction with the landlord, +5. Tang Jiani's satisfaction score has exceeded 60 points, 5 points will be converted into exchange points. Exchange shop open. JAC people listen to the system sound. Stunned. So cool. Otherwise it has to be my sister Tang. Although it's a little perverted. But the increase in satisfaction points is not ambiguous at all. I didn't realize that Tang Jiani is also a little bit arrogant. You're telling people to get out, but you're also giving them points. I just like the way you are, saying one thing on the surface but doing another behind the scenes. It's an exchange shop. Jiang Huai really didn't know what it was. JAC enters the system interface. The interface still shows the host information. Host, Jiang Huai. Properties owned, prestigious universities X3. Redeemable points, 5. Bound characters, Tang Jiani, Qin Mengmen, Mu Chuyan. Jiang Huai frowned. Looking at the extra store icons, an idea came to my mind. The system interface also changes accordingly. And when Jiang Huai saw clearly the things in the store. Completely dumbfounded. Sword mastery, 5 points. Firearms proficiency, 5 points. Physical skills mastery, 5 points. Strength speed spirit defense +1, 1 point. Ice fire lightning thunder +1, 10 points. Old wrought iron knife, 10 points. Rusty revolver, 10 points. Specified proficiency skill book, 5 points. Gold legend jewelry exchange fragment X1, 1 point. Weapon breakthrough ticket, 20 points. Weapon enhancement protection ticket, 10 points. What the hell? Jiang Huai watched it from beginning to end. Goosebumps, from head to toe. This, what the hell? System, didn't we agree that this is a rental system? What are you doing here? Don't they say that they are all sweet and soft little girls? We live in a society ruled by law now. What's the point of me using these things? Have no idea. Jack? What are you doing? Prompt from the system, weapon enhancement requires their host's own money. Every 10 points of enhancement can lead to a breakthrough upgrade. My hair? So stupid. Jiang Huai was completely dumbfounded. At least I made some money these 2 days. Jiang Huai still thought that the day when his father would become a rich second generation was just around the corner. You tell me now. Want to game the system? You actually have to spend your own money? Jiang Huai's face turned black. Is this playable? Jiang Huai calmed down and looked at his 5 o'clock. I can't hold it back any longer. You can save the points but you can't earn money. What's the point of keeping it if you don't order it? But what should I order first? Is this a problem? In fact, it is what the system store gives. Not difficult to understand. Guns are hot weapons, and swords are cold weapons. As for physical skills, it's the art of boxing and kicking. There are quite a few things that can be exchanged though. But more than 10 years of gaming experience tells Jiang why. When you have mastery, click on mastery first. Not learning to master. No matter how high the power is. That's also a clown who can only perform normal attacks. Now is a new era. There has been no wielding of swords and guns for a long time. Jiang Huai thought about it. Increase the 5 points and click on firearms proficiency. Next second. Jiang Huai, however, felt that his brain was more sharp than ever before. Countless knowledge about firearms. Crazy emergence. That feeling of having your brain filled with stuff. It lasted a minute before it was over. 1 minute later. Jiang Huai sat inside the Panamera. Breathing heavily. He took a piece of paper to wipe the sweat off his face and gradually calmed down. Inside the elevator, the lights are bright white. Jiang Huai was bathed in the light, holding the cake he made himself. Asked myself a question. Give Qin Mengmeng a homemade cake. Will Qin Mengmeng be touched? The answer given by JAC is no. He has focused on his acting these past 2 days. I just realized that I overlooked an important point. According to the information from Gu Yutong at the front, Qin Mengmeng's partner was basically seamlessly connected. But the amazing thing is, Qin Mengmeng is not a materialistic person. No matter whether the other person is rich or poor, we will talk. So the question is, what does she want? The elevator arrived at Qin Mengmeng's floor. Jiang Huai was not in a hurry to find the door of the room. Standing on the corridor, lighting a cigarette. It's better to live higher. Some things that cannot be seen on the road can be seen clearly here. What's the point? According to previous understanding, Jiang Huai thought that this person might be Chadian. Or maybe this girl just likes the novelty of love. But after contacting Tang Jiani, Jiang Huai understood something. When looking at things, you should think directly in the most extreme direction. No one in the world can be cautious when alone. Otherwise, everyone in the world is a saint. On the surface, Qin Mengmeng took the initiative to create an ambiguous environment and wanted to get close to men. So what about peeling back the surface? What is initiative? Fishing is active. Swinging the pole is taking the initiative. The finishing stroke is also proactive. Only the ones that take their hook. It seems that you are taking the initiative, but in fact you are passive. And after leaving the man, let me ask, what kind of mood is Qin Mengmeng in? Green TS acting is great, but is it really true that we can't tell her mood? Not necessarily. Goldbark had a conjecture. The answers to all multiple choice questions are hidden next to the questions. So, Jiang Huai opened his phone and looked at Qin Mengmeng's circle of friends from 5 days ago. It happened that 5 days ago, Gu Yutong mentioned that Qin Mengmeng had broken up again. And 5 days ago, Qin Mengmeng's circle of friends seems normal. But there is a detail that is very easy to overlook. There were supposed to be 9 photos of her, but for the first time, 3 photos of food were put in. Eating delicious food means happiness. So, breaking up equals eating delicious food equals being happy. To sum up, there is only one answer. Jiang Huai stood at the door of Qin Mengmeng's room. I looked at the shoe cabinet at the door. There were unfamiliar men's leather shoes on display. Smiled. Carefully hung the cake on the door handle. It seems that I am also a part of your play. But what if I joined the game myself? Qin Mengmeng. Chapter 19, Best Actor. 1529. Jiang Huai, Meng, I made a cake this afternoon. I'll bring it over for you to try while the store has time, but time is tight, so I'll just hang it on the door for you. Try it and see if it tastes good. Next time, my skills will definitely improve, and I will definitely make a cake that will satisfy you. 2045. Qin Mengmeng, wow, brother Jiang wouldn't really go to work in a cake shop. I am so touched. My brother is the best man in the world. Cake is good, but brother, don't tire yourself out, or someone will be sad. Jiang Huai, as long as Mengmeng likes it, go to bed early at night. Good night. Jiang Huai casually replied to Qin Meng Meng. Throw your phone aside. I don't want to say even one more word. Some things, once you know their true face. I felt a bit resentful. For example, every word Qin Meng Meng said. Jiang Huai would wonder what the real meaning behind these words was. Brother, don't get too tired equals bitch, it's better to die of exhaustion quickly. The cake is really delicious equals who would eat this. But why do some people look so real when acting? Some people just look very stiff. What matters is the details. Since we know there was a man in the room at that time, just pretend that you didn't see anything. Something broke. It's not good for both parties. But who is Jiang Huai? Jiang Huai is the future Golden Globe Best Actor winner. Come on. You can definitely become a veteran actor, Jiang Huai. Is it delicious, Siyu? In the dormitory, Jiang Huai smiled and looked at Liu Siyu and Zhu Chao, who were eating a table full of high-carb food with relish. Liu Siyu has a big mouth, which is filled to the brim. Woo, woo, woo. Still a good roommate. The cake that Mu Chuyang didn't want. When it was thrown, the shape was a little scattered. It was exposed to the sun again. When I brought it back, it was in a terrible state. In this way, Siyu and Zhu Chao both called him Godfather. If it were with Tang Jiani or Mu Chuyang, another beating was inevitable. Less than 2 minutes. Zhang Yuanhang also pushed the door open and came in. It looks like something happy happened. When she picked up a slice of pizza, she raised her chest so high that she almost put it on the table. This Jiang Huai is very familiar. It's the pre-swing before showing off. Hey, brother Jiang, you're going to have an internship after this semester. Which company are you planning to go to? Dry. Coming for him. Jiang Huai shook his head seriously. I have no plans yet. The employment opportunities in our English department are not very broad. What about you, Lao Zhang? Zhang Yuanhang heard Jiang Huai ask back. It's so infuriating. It's already a bit concrete. It's a strange coincidence. I was shopping yesterday and passed by Tang Dynasty Group recruiting, so I went in to try out, and I passed today. Damn, Tang Dynasty Group. Zhu Chao freed his hand and gave Zhang Yuanhang a thumbs up. I heard that Tang Dynasty Group is so popular that many people can't get in even if they use connections. My brother Hangzi is really awesome. Liu Siyu swallowed the pizza, cleared his throat, and expressed his doubts. But isn't Tang Dynasty Group's main business real estate? What are you going to do when you go in, brother Zhang? Tang Dynasty Group is planning to develop overseas modules and is in need of translators. Although we happen to catch up, the main reason is that we have strong technology. What's ours is ours, right, Lao Jiang? Zhang Yuanhang moved closer to Jiang Huai. The leader rubbed Jiang Huai's shoulder. Looking at Jiang Huai, he frowned. So cool. Sure enough, the most interesting thing in the world is pretending to be cool. Although you, JAC, brought pizza. I can be a godfather for one night. But people live in society. What matters is background and power. Now that he has joined the Tang Dynasty Group, his status and identity have risen rapidly. Wait for Zhu Chao and Siyu to enter society. Who still remembers the meals they had in school? So, 214's only godfather. It can only be him. Jiang Huai was a little confused. Just pretend if you want. What are you bringing him for? But compared to this matter, there is another thing that makes Jiang Huai very worried. Over at Mu Chuyang's, Chaozi is now his spokesperson. Mu Chuyang said it all clearly on WeChat. When I'm at school, I'll come and play with him. With a personality like Mu Chuyang. If this matter is exposed. Hiss. Jiang Huai has seen it. The scene where Mu Chuyang brought a group of younger brothers, surrounded him on the playground, and asked him whether he wanted a one-on-one fight or a group fight. A one-on-one challenge means he challenges a group. A group fight means that a group of people beat him up. So, it's urgent. How should I convince Chaozi to have fun with Mu Chuyang without exposing himself? Inspiration is like a shooting star in the sky. It comes as it comes. Jiang Huai got out of bed, moved a chair and sat next to Zhu Chao. Why? Life is not easy, Jiang Huai sighed. Zhu Chao. No, brother Jiang, what are you doing? Why do I feel like I've seen your expression before? Shit, I fucking remember this. During the Chinese New Year, when my uncle was worried about my brother's lifelong affairs, he had this expression on his face. Jiang Huai raised his eyebrows. You can see that. Since you've figured it out, I won't pretend anymore. Didn't I ask you to practice more a few days ago? But I thought about it carefully. As your adoptive father, it is my job to arrange a partner for you. So I took the initiative to contact you for an immersive hands-on experience. Mu Chuyan will come to see you in 2 days, remember to cheer up. There's really no need for this. Wait, brother Jiang, who are you talking about? Mu Chuyan. Quiet. The whole dormitory was so quiet that you could hear a pin drop. Phew. Zhang Yuanhang was the first one who couldn't hold it anymore. Old Jiang, stop teasing Chaozi. Who is Mu Chuyan? She's the top beauty in the mathematics department of Linder University. If Mu Chuyan heard what you said, she would just rush in and destroy our dormitory. Liu Xiu is a foodie. But he nodded in agreement. Let us look at Zhu Chao again. Brother, I want to change someone, Tang Jiani, is that okay? Jiang Huai cut a piece of cake and stuffed it into Zhu Chao's mouth. You fucking picked it. Listen to me, you can't control this girl Tang Jiani. Let your brother Yuan Hang control her. Anyway, I've already told you this, but remember one thing, no matter how outrageous the other person's lines are, just follow them. The theme of this experience is that there is no script. The more Zhang Yuanhang listened, the more unhappy he became. You can pretend if you want. Why take me with you? Am I right on this point? Old Jiang, what you said sounds like you and Tang Jiani have talked about it before. I'm not bragging to you, I have a feeling that Tang Jiani will accept my friend request soon. If you can convince Mu Chuyang, I'll treat you to a meal and you can play 2 boxes of Bravest the World. If I add Tang Jiani, you can play 2 boxes. Jiang Huai sighed silently. He climbed onto the bed and looked at the high-end brand that Tang Jiani had given him, as well as their 999 bedtime stories that he had prepared for Mu Chuyang. I don't know what an opponent is. As a father, I feel sad, but I want to say it. Tomorrow is Saturday. Whether I can come back alive from Tang Jiani, it's still an unknown. And 50,000 for the thugs. Slap your face, do I have to ask for 100,000? Jiang Huai stared at the ceiling, lost in thought. Chapter 20. I like the feeling of being an inhuman. Maybe everyone in the world. Saturday mornings are all bliss. Except for the 996 office workers and JAC. Jiang Huai felt heavy-hearted. Knocked on Tang Jiani's door. Come in. The tone is gentle. Very good. It sounds like Tang Jiani is in a good mood. Jiang Huai entered the password and entered the room. In the room, Tang Jiani was lying on the sofa, with a lazy posture, messy hair, and a beauty that looked a bit confused. Tang Jiani was simply covered with a woolen blanket. It can't cover up the magnificent waves from above, and it can't cover up the slender legs from below. It looks like he slept in the living room last night. Really? Abnormal people must have abnormal beauty. Jiang Huai entered the room, took out his slippers from his school bag, and went straight into the kitchen. The main focus is professionalism. Half a minute later, Jiang Huai held a small tray and approached Tang Jiani. Honey, I bought breakfast. I didn't know what you would like to eat, so I bought all of it. Tang Jiani rubbed her eyes. He glanced at the things on the tray. For dry food, there are steamed buns, tea eggs, and fried dough sticks. The thin ones include soy milk and millet porridge. She wants to eat soy milk and fried dough sticks. But the words came to my lips. I feel a little unhappy for some reason. Why should she tell this man what she likes to eat? Find out what she likes to eat. After that, do you plan to use your cooking skills to whet her appetite? A bitch that she bought with her own money. How can you control your own preferences? Tang Jiani frowned and said nothing. Got up and went into the bathroom. Jiang Huai still smiled and nodded. Okay honey, I put the food on the table. Set the table in the dining room. Jiang Huai couldn't help but give himself a thumbs up. At home, his parents always say that he is lazy and gluttonous. Little did they know. Work hard in places that can't be seen. When you get home, you're bound to amaze everyone. As for breakfast, Jiang Huai actually ordered 3 servings. 1 for yourself. 1 for Qin Meng Meng. One copy for Tang Jiani. He had no time to accompany Qin Meng Meng on Saturdays and Sundays. But breakfast is a must. And while Tang Jiani was washing up, Jiang Huai knows. Of course he can't sit idle. Jiang Huai walked to the windowsill and opened the curtains. Let the first ray of sunshine in the morning shine into the room. I do it. Tang Jiani is really an ice witch, even though the temperature in the room is kept at 16 degrees. Still so dark. The September light almost blinded him. The room was filled with light. JAC began to act quickly. First, collect the books lying on the carpet one by one. However, when you put it away, be sure to bookmark the page you opened. People like Tang Jiani. Unpredictable temper. I'm sure she'll come out and say, "You bitch, did I let you touch my book? Which page I'm reading, do you know, you little bitch?" That's the end of it. And more, and more. Like the uneaten potato chips on the sofa. Don't lose it. Seal your mouth and remember the taste. Seal the mouth to ensure the crispness of the potato chips and keep them for 2 days. Within 2 days, Tang Jiani didn't eat it and threw it away. But 2 days later, this lunatic suddenly remembered, "Did I let you touch my potato chips? At this time, the potato chips you bought will come in handy." He immediately handed it to her and covered her mouth. These are all the key points. Jiang Huai folded the blanket on the sofa and praised himself secretly. "Damn, I'm really thin. But, wait, what is this?" When Jiang Huai was folding the blanket, I found that the wool blanket could never be folded flat. There is a piece that bulges out no matter how hard you press it. Is there something stuck in it? Jiang Huai reached out and took it out. He took it out and looked at it. Hiss. What a coincidence. Tang Jiani doesn't come out early or late. It happened to come out at this time. Jiang Huai wanted to put on a blindfold. Well, if I say I am the masked Superman, do you believe me? The room was very quiet. Jiang Huai felt that he was probably going to die. Jiang Huai carefully put the things in his hands in order. Standing aside obediently, waiting for the storm to come. 1 second. 2 seconds. 5 seconds passed. Tang Jiani turned her cold face to the side, her eyes full of disdain. "Since you've seen it all, why are you still standing there? Okay, huh? Etc." Jiang Huai's mind was foggy. Why is the plot different from what I imagined? Logically speaking, shouldn't this be a very private matter? Why does it feel like Tang Jiani is not shy at all? Could this also be part of the perversion? Jiang Huai raised his head. When I saw Tang Jiani again, Tang Jiani was already sitting at the dining table. He was sitting with his legs crossed and putting soy milk into his mouth. The hand holding the spoon, with her fingers curled up, is slender and bony. The legs stretched out from under the shirt, longer than some people's lives. A goddess is a goddess after all. Eat soy milk and fried dough sticks, and taste it elegantly. Tang Jiani's notes updated. First, Tang Jiani, who just woke up, doesn't he like to talk, so talk less to her. Second, Tang Jiani likes to eat liquid food in the morning. Third, Tang Jiani is approachable. Details, all details. Etc. Jiang Huai was about to go to the bathroom when Tang Jiani called him down again. "Honey, what else? Don't you know to get a new one?" "Okay." On the balcony. The boy, wearing gloves, was like a hard-working bee, carefully putting clothes of various colors on the clothesline. Outside the window, the sky has turned azure blue, making the young man look handsome and elegant. While washing things, Jiang Huai figured out a problem. Why, Tang Jiani didn't feel the slightest bit of annoyance when she asked him to wash clothes. Even look at the expressions. It also seems a bit natural. Think about it. There can only be one truth. Maybe Tang Jiani didn't even consider him as a human being? To put it bluntly, he was just a low-level servant hired by Tang Jiani. Why should people who are in a high position care about the opinions of servants? In the absence of personality. Why should I be shy about you? Why? Don't be favored by others. I just like the feeling of being a nobody. JAC puts on the last leopard print color. Standing on a high place, I looked at the hustle and bustle of traffic in the distance. My heart has become much more resolute. Only if you don't treat me as a human being, when my score is full, I will directly ask you to get out. We are only interested in each other, how pure. The morning passed quickly. Jiang Wei does more than just washing things. Besides cleaning their house, I brought a fruit plate to Tang Jiani. Did nothing. The problem is that Tang Jiani had already had breakfast. He locked himself in the study and never came out. This made Jiang Wei himself a little nervous. You paid me, but you don't use me. What does this mean? Despise me? If she finds out, it won't make much difference whether I'm there or not. That's the end of it. There is still half an hour until 12 o'clock. Jiang Wei intends to take the initiative. Since you need me to lick you, then I will cook a table full of delicious food to warm your empty stomach. You will be so touched. Just do it when you say it. Chef Jiang's first step online. See what's in the refrigerator. I'll do it. What kind of crab is this? How come it's bigger than my head? What kind of shrimp is this? Why is it colorful? Holy shit, why the hell is this fish golden? It looks like I can't afford to eat it. Jiang Wei cursed. Tears of hatred for wealth flowed inadvertently from the corners of my mouth.